A lot of people think Tom is a dick. And by the way, for a couple of reasons, I thought it was outrageous that our general manager tried to hire KC to fight an Ultimate Fighting champion. Listen to this. He went to KC and he goes, would you be interested in doing a fight with an Ultimate Fighting champion? You train for an hour, and then you go in the ring, and for 1 minute, you have to stay in the ring with the guy. The guy's evidently the top guy in Ultimate Fighting.
He's
a monster.
He's just amazing.
He says, but they train you for an hour. Then Tom got on the air and said, no. It was just supposed to be a demonstration.
Yes.
And meanwhile, we found out it was a fight.
So he lied.
Yeah.
You know what? I wasn't even going to bring this up, but I have to, before you go any further, I think Tom was really upset by what you said about him yesterday. I think he was really hurt.
He's a horrible person.
But I think he doesn't think you understood it completely, and he's very hurt.
I totally understand
He's very upset you called him despicable.
He is. He's despicable.
Oh, I saw him in the hall afterwards. He goes, I'm not even speaking to you. Because I was like, hey. And he goes, no. We're not having a conversation.
Well, let me tell you something.
But it is despicable.
Casey going in the ring with an Ultimate Fighting champion, if you watch Ultimate Fighting, which I do, in 1 minute, this is what happens. 3 seconds, those guys knock you down, and for the next 57 seconds, they punch you in the face repeatedly until blood spurts out of you.
Until you go unconscious or say, I give.
Tell the truth, Tom. It was not an exhibition. I found out.
The truth is,
it's not.
No, yes, it
was. It was a real fight.
No, I would never.
Gary, contradict Tom.
I think we found out that it wasn't a demonstration. I didn't know much about it. I think we heard it wasn't a demonstration, that it was an exhibition. Not a demonstration.
That's a fight.
It's a fight. Right, Casey? What'd you hear? Tell me what you heard.
I told Tom that I wanted to do it, that I wanted to fight the guy. I would do it. For a minute, I would do it for money.
You're crazy. But Tom's got to protect you. You're retarded.
And Tom was going to make sure that Casey was protected.
$15,000 to take
I had no idea how much
punches?
I hadn't even gotten into how much money he was getting.
Well, it was $15,000.
Okay.
Yeah, but I told him, I said, look, I'll take a beating for $15,000. It doesn't bother me.
I was not going to let that guy.
He's practically selling his blood to pay his rent.
Right.
Yeah, I just got a big bill. Now I got to.
If you do it, I'm going to watch. I am. I'm going to watch.
You know how bad off he is, Howard?
And the part that drove me crazy about it was when you referred to me as a despicable person.
Yes, you're despicable.
That is absolutely.
How dare you?
So beneath. They're so below the belt.
It's the lowest blow I've ever dealt you.
Tom, if a person were
No, it's not.
Wait a minute. Let me ask Tom the question.
Yeah.
What? If a guy takes one of his employees who's not that bright and throws him into the ring
with the toughest fighter in the world.
The greatest one.
Why don't you go in the ring, though?
Let me turn my back to Robin so she can stick another knife in it.
But why don't you go in the ring with the guy for $15,000?
I wouldn't do it.
Why?
Because
it's only an exhibition.
I wouldn't do it.
Of course you wouldn't.
Let the record
get killed.
Hey, can I just say one thing? Let the record show that Tom is so annoyed by Robin, he took his headphones off.
I did turn them back up, though.
But really, that's despicable, you have to admit. I mean, for $15,000, I don't know what you get out of it. Maybe $100,000 or something, but still, that's greedy.
I'm telling you, I hadn't even gotten that deep into it.
That's corporate greed.
What the deal was.
Oh, my God. Despicable. A disgrace. A disgrace to the Christian religion that you profess to be a big fan of. Would Jesus do that? Always ask yourself, would Jesus do that?
What would Jesus do?
What is that?
That's an F.
Oh, F you. All right.
Would Jesus do that?
Would Jesus make the F sign and say F you?
I don't know. In this case, maybe.
Yo, Howard. I hear you're awfully hated around the station. This is the latest I heard.
I'm awfully hated?
Yeah.
What does Tom do now?
I don't know if you're hated for this or not, but I got to figure you are.
Probably.
I heard Scott the engineer didn't get a raise this year.
And I'm hated around the station?
I don't know if you're hated, but
None?
I got to figure Scott must want to put a knife in your back.
Zip.
He was looking for a 2% raise.
Scott! And he couldn't even get that?
Yeah. I guess Scott's the only guy left in that union. What is that union? It's two. It's Steve and Scott.
Right.
Can you imagine that picket line?
And a big blow-up rat, Scott and Steve.
Hell no, we won't go.
Tom doesn't have a great job. I mean, he's got to sit and tell guys they're not getting a raise.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks.
Yep.
But I give him 2%. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's Scott. He works his ass off.
Find it in your heart. Find it somewhere.
But in that heartless, bottomless... Let Scott go wrestle that Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, he needs it.
Scott told me his paycheck.
Scott's full of so much rage, he might beat that guy.
I was going to bring this up.
Scott's paycheck is, you heard this?
Yes.
Is smaller now than when he started here.
Right. He's getting smaller every year.
I guess because they're taking more taxes and inflation.
It has to do with the fact that he doesn't do overtime anymore, and that they start charging more for your dental and medical. So his salary's actually been reduced.
I heard you got rejected on the raise.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the way corporate America is. And it's not only this company, it's every company. I mean, they just...
Times are hard.
It's not fair.
Times are hard.
Oh, please.
Times are very, very hard.
Be patient.
When I see a financial report from a company that says we're doing well, yeah, times are hard, but the company's doing well, and then...
That's why they're doing well. They're holding back your 2%, Sully. Think about it.
It just gets me the wrong way, because I don't think it's fair when somebody, and not just me, it's not just me, everybody gets treated the same.
Right.
I do have one question for you, Tom, and I'm not piling on you, but and I'm not. I'm really. Is it hard for you to say no to somebody when you see like a bus token and a subway token goes up 50 cents, and they say cabs are going to go up 25%, and you see how much gas is at? Isn't it sort of hard?
Yeah.
Give Scott the 2%. What's the matter with you?
I can't blame Howard. I can't only blame him.
How much money are we talking about?
Please. Not a lot.
What's 2% of, what do you make, 20,000?
2% of nothing.
Give him the buck a week.
Howard. It's not even, it goes way beyond 2%.
What's your issue? Let's hear them. Let's air it out.
You know what? I'd rather not talk about it.
Why? What are you going to talk about off the air?
Is there anything else on the table?
You're having tremendous success off the air. I mean, you got rejected across the table.
Covered by a collective bargaining agreement.
Okay.
So it's a negotiation with the union.
Oh. Quit the union, you'll do better.
I was going to say, would Scott be better to quit the union and just come to work here?
That's not for me to say.
Sounds like a yes.
Your union hasn't been in union for like 10 years. You know that, right?
Believe me, I know.
What are your union
dues? A union? Is it a union when there's only one person?
Well, you guys used to have the strongest union.
IBW is a strong union, but not here. Each location has a different negotiation. It's not all one.
I'll tell you, it's funny when the shop steward shows up or whatever their guy, and it literally is the three of them having a union meeting. It's the funniest thing.
You thought the musicians had no power on Broadway.
I didn't create the problem.
Where do you have the meetings? Here?
What's up to Scott Studio?
No, they rent a hall.
They're entitled to use of space here.
They are entitled to use?
Someone read the minutes from the last meeting.
They go into Scott's smoking room.
That's the ultimate emasculation. The company even lets you have your union meeting here.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, have a meeting. Have a party.
No
threat.
The minutes of the last.
If you need a place to meet, go over there.
They probably have the room bugged and just sit and snicker.
Yeah. I'd love a tape of that meeting.
All right, who brought the cigarettes?
I want more than 2%. Yeah, the minutes for the last meeting, Scott asked Steve for a merit cigarette. He said he quit.
Wow.
Light me up.
So what's going to be? You guys going to get any kind of raise?
I don't know.
If the union's so strong, why don't they get the...
Scott's downplaying his opinion of it right now.
Scott, did you all angry?
Downplaying. I don't agree with it. Obviously, when you work for a company for a long time and you bust your balls, and they say, we can't give you any raise. That's not fair. It's not fair to anybody. I mean...
You should dye your beard.
Oh, my goodness.
You're looking very Willy Loman.
I can't afford it.
As soon as he's going to die, period. Trust me.
I mean, it hits me the wrong way. It tells me that they think I'm crap. I mean, that's what it says.
I'm pretty sure they do think you're crap.
You're getting a clear view.
Hey, Howard,
you're not, though. You're good.
Okay, say something funny. Viacom just came out and said this is like an incredibly profitable quarter. They made $652 million. Tom said times are tough. They had their best quarter in 4 years.
Well, they should have made $800 million.
Yeah, but the last 8 quarters weren't good.
Hey, Howard, while we're talking about...
Tom, give him the raise because cancer's going to kill him in a year anyway.
Did you see his finger the other day, Howard?
Yeah. I thought there was something wrong with his finger.
Really?
It was a big brown stain from tobacco.
Oh.
Should so quit.
What?
Hey, Howard, while we're talking about Scott and money, I think you should ask him a question. Will Scott take anal for 2 minutes for $100,000?
Oh, here's a good game. This is a great game. Listen to this. Now, listen to this, Tom. You can play, too.
No, thanks.
Casey called 3 people. Scotty couldn't get on tape.
Didn't know how to do it.
I know. He couldn't do it without you.
Oh, my goodness.
He asked the question. He said, listen. But how did you word it?
I said, there's this guy, Michael J. Cox. He's writing a book about what it's like to have anal with straight men.
Okay.
He's offering $250,000 to have anal for 2 minutes with a straight man.
So you asked Scott that question. Yeah. Would he do it? Because you could hook him up with it.
Right.
And we have to guess his answer.
Right.
Jeez, I got to think.
I know the answer.
He didn't get 2%.
I'm 250,000.
He's already getting it from Tom.
I've already lost money on Scott, but I bet he says no.
I think he would say no also.
I would too. But it wouldn't be an immediate no.
No, I say yes.
No, I think it's immediate.
You say yes, John?
Yeah,
no.
He wouldn't do that.
Scott's saying an immediate no.
Does anybody else have to know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody knows, but it's not on videotape.
Yeah, because...
Yeah. Well, he's not saying anything bad, is he?
No, but
He's a little iced down.
No, it was the word
sore?
before that. Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy. What you're doing? You don't deserve a raise.
Don't be sore.
All right, let me think. Does he get to use a condom? At least?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Can use it.
Safe sex.
It sounds like Scott's been taking anal for years.
Andy, you're on the air.
Okay.
All right, Andy, ready to play?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. $500 courtesy of Willard. Starring Crispin Glover, opening in theaters March 14th. From Small Things Come Great Power. Did Scott the engineer turn down the $250,000, or did he say he'd do it?
Turned it down.
All right, let's find out. What did he say?
Are you guys kidding me?
I said yeah. No way.
What
I
did
say
I
no.
say? I'm not even...
He would do it in a second.
See?
I knew it.
What a great game. You're kidding. You said you would do it?
That's right.
Get a 2% raise. He needs it.
We can arrange that in Vegas. It's legal there. Tom, I need you to get a sponsor.
If you get me $250,000, I'd do it right here on the floor.
Really?
That's right.
And you can turn this guy down.
That is unbelievable.
No, I won't.
No.
Not in this, on this floor.
For $250,000, you'd go 2 minutes.
That's right.
Wow.
That's like riding a bull. You would do that?
That's right.
You take off all your clothes and do that.
I've taken it for years without lube, so I might as well just do it.
Let me ask you a question. You get the $250,000.
Yeah.
You go home.
I don't believe
you got to face your son. You got to go bowling.
What's the difference?
That's gay as can be.
They say Scott Salem, not
You don't believe it? He's saying he'd do it.
You're going to be...
We got to get a sponsor for this, Tom. I'm putting you in charge. You're getting a sponsor. I'm telling you what to do now.
And I'm telling you I will not.
I am the greatest radio personality in the world.
Call Trump right now.
No, call Valley Total Fitness. His exercise.
Yeah, right.
You're saying if we get $250,000, you will have anal sex with a man here in this studio.
Yeah.
I will get it. I want to see that.
That make you gay?
Howard, he's got to do it in the ring like a boxing match.
You're gay.
I got to get in shape first.
Do you believe him?
I don't. I'm shocked.
I got to practice.
I mean, I know Scott really well, and Scott does not have a gay bone in his body. You know,
Soon he will.
The guy needs money. We've talked before. I mean, he's just a straight guy.
Sir, you don't get $500.
Howard, I got a quick question for you.
Yes.
I was wondering, as part of the divorce agreement with Allison, did she agree that she could not write a book for, like, X amount of years because the publishers must be killing themselves to get at her?
First of all, I'm not going to go into the agreement between my wife and I about our divorce, but first of all, why would I be so stupid as to give up half of my empire or more and allow people to write, any people, to write books about me?
That's what I thought.
But I mean, but I wouldn't do that. First of all, she would alienate our children.
Right.
Number one.
Maybe she has nothing but nice things to say.
Oh, I doubt it.
I'm just saying, that's a possibility.
Come on. You want to know something, though? There really isn't anything bad to say about me. Maybe she would, but I don't know what bad she could say about me.
You have to make it up, right?
All right, so I sat in the basement and was lethargic.
What's wrong with that?
My glorious life, the first 4 years.
Yeah, but I mean, I was such a horrible husband. That's what I thought.
You didn't beat her. You didn't do anything.
And I gave her and I made her a millionaire.
Right. So what's the
I mean, what did I do? I mean, you know, what's so bad?
There's probably no book there.
Here's a dude who take anal from a man.
Scott in a dress in a ring in
Vegas.
He
didn't say dress.
Now, look at what a man Scott is. Scott is doing that for his family.
That's right. I'm going to be. You said I'm going to die soon, so I can get the money and leave it for my family, and they can
you know what? I wonder.
Disgraced family.
I wonder if you do it for $100,000 though.
Dildo.
No, I wonder if you'd do it for $100,000. Don't call Tom names. I'm wondering if $35 wouldn't do it.
Yeah, you started too high.
Hey, Howard, hold on. We're actually in an area that we could make work. He's saying he would let somebody use a sex apparatus for $100,000. We can raise $100,000 easy.
No, I'd rather see.
No, I want to see him with a man for $250. I'm holding out for that.
We could raise $250.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
can we show it on Showtime?
Sell tickets.
Showtime.
Yeah.
We could sell tickets.
I'm talking about it, a cable on demand pay-per-view again.
I'm wondering if we
then
could.
there's going to be a percentage.
I would like to see it on the Jumbotron.
You can have 2% there.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be a flat fee.
A Jumbotron.
All right. I'll give you another chance to win the $500.
Oh, great.
We called, let's see, Jeff the Drunk and Gary the Retard.
Oh, boy.
Now, I'll give you a choice. For $250,000, would Gary the Retard or Jeff the Drunk enjoy anal?
I say Gary the Retard would definitely not.
I agree with you.
I agree. He will not do anything
Tell you what,
gay.
he doesn't know what $250,000 is.
He knows what gay is.
Right.
He's not that.
He's always been resistant to that idea, and he doesn't know what that money means.
All right, so you want to go with Gary the Retard and say no?
Love to.
All right, let's find out. Tom, what do you say?
No.
All right.
We got side bets?
Hey, Casey, what's up?
How you doing, my friend?
I'm just waiting for you to try to call me. I hadn't heard from you in a long time. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, no, we're still working on the Vegas thing, but... Gary, I'm calling for a different reason today.
What?
Okay, this might be a strange reason to call, but I figured I'd throw it at you, okay?
What? Go ahead.
All right. There's a guy, we were talking about it in the meeting, and he's offering $250,000 to any member of the Whack Pack that we choose. Right. And we figured that you always are looking for money, you need some money, so we figured...
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I'm
you need money.
For money.
Yeah, so this is $250,000.
Right.
Okay, but the only thing is, what's happened, his name is Michael J. Cox.
Right.
And he's going around, he's writing a book about what it's like to have anal with straight men. Now, we know you're a straight guy.
I'm a straight guy.
I know. So what it's called is 2 minutes of anal.
Right.
What would happen is he would give you anal for 2 minutes.
Anal for 2 minutes?
Yeah, and he'd give you $250,000 for it. Now, you don't have to be on videotape.
I don't?
No, but you have to accept him for 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes?
Yeah.
With the guy?
Right.
I never done it with the guy before.
I know. That's what he's writing the book about.
Oh.
Well, what happens is you can stop in the middle of 2 minutes and you can ice down if it hurts or something. He'll wear a condom.
Right.
So it's up to you. I mean, what do you think you would do?
I never had sex with a guy before. I'd rather have sex with a woman, you know what I mean?
I know, so that's why he's paying, because he knows you're a straight guy.
Right.
And he offered $250,000.
That much?
Yeah, that's $250,000.
Like I said, I never had sex with a guy before.
Right, we know that, that's why.
Right. That would be kind of strange. I never had fun with the guy before,
Right, but would you have sex with a man for 2 minutes for $250,000?
I'd try it.
Oh! Yes!
So you would do it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a shocker.
Jesus. That's a shocking...
Money talks.
What's going on in this country?
Sir, you do not get the $500. Courtesy.
That's the second
I wouldn't do it for $1 million.
Times are tough, Tom. You were right.
I wouldn't do it for $1 million, too.
$1 million?
I wouldn't do it for $1 million.
$1 million?
I wouldn't do
tax free.
How about $5 million?
If you sit on a stupid island for 15 days with
because
bugs
I couldn't look at myself or my family after that.
$5 million, John?
No, I would never.
No, but you could march in the gay pride parade.
That I would do that for.
Wait, you look at yourself and your family after that show.
Oh, okay, Mr. Dirty Work.
Sitting there crying. Crying with Chris Judd.
He's crying with Chris Judd in the bathtub, and he's worried about taking it.
At least it was over women.
Who's gay now?
So, Scott, you would do it, and Gary the retard. Tom,
I'm shocked.
We got to get money. Get on the phones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Start beating the drum, pal. We got a show.
Howard, would you do it for $10 million?
No.
Yeah, see, you will.
No way.
Gary, how about you for $250,000?
No.
How about for $1 million?
No.
John, you wouldn't do it for $10 million?
No, I wouldn't.
How about $1 billion?
Oh, yeah, I'm in.
$1 billion?
I'm in.
How many minutes?
For $1 billion. 2 minutes.
2 minutes? I'm in.
There's a price for everything.
John, what about $1 billion?
No, because it doesn't matter. I'll have to live with that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with John.
$1 billion.
Tom, what about you? No way.
Howard.
You know what? I'll rely on my own device.
You could get $1 billion.
Go ahead.
And for $1 million, you could have an operation to take out that part of your brain.
Hey, Tom. For $1 million, would you pleasure yourself?
No.
Wait a second. Whoa. Wait a second. Tom, you're saying for $1 million you won't break your vow with God to pleasure yourself?
I ain't doing it.
In front of all of us.
I don't want to say
No, in his privacy was on home.
You wouldn't break it?
No, I'm not going to do it.
Because how about $5 million?
No.
God, you will not pleasure yourself.
There's not a number.
And you haven't broken it since you made your deal with God.
I see.
You did. You made a deal with God.
Suddenly Scott's normal.
I made myself a promise, and I'm sticking to it.
For $1 billion.
Wow, you haven't touched yourself. How many years since you made the vow?
5.
Wow. And I'll tell you one thing about Tom, because I talk to him all the time. It's not like his sex, he still finds women attractive.
Oh, absolutely.
He's in here with the Playboy every minute.
Your drive hasn't diminished. It's just you've just become better at not doing it.
Is your sex life better with your wife now? I have a feeling it must have been like you and your wife maybe. You've been married a long time, and you said, wait a second. I'm spending too much time thinking about other women, pleasuring myself. I am now going to concentrate on my wife and my loving relationship with her, and this is a vow for her.
Can't you renegotiate with Jesus?
Wait a second.
It's part of your fidelity.
Am I right about this?
You're in part right. I mean, it's just, my relationship with my wife is fine.
Right.
20, whatever it is, 26, 27 years of marriage.
God bless you. Right.
And the relationship is fine. And we find ourselves as attractive now as we did.
But when you get caught up into the world of pornography and pleasuring yourself.
I'm not caught up in the world of pornography.
No, but when you were.
I actually never was caught up in the world of pornography.
Okay, when you were pleasuring yourself, and I would assume you used some sort of magazine or thought.
Or you thought of somebody.
That you found you were getting caught up in it, and, hey, I'll save this energy for my marriage.
Or did you think it was cheating to think of others?
No, I don't think he thought it was cheating. I think he started to become consumed.
Really? Was he all the time doing it?
Imagine one day you'll be dead, and you wasted all that.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy. Crazy. But all right, hey.
But I'm a crazy guy.
You are.
But don't you think, Tom, that you can talk to God, Tom, and you just say, God, listen, look, you just can't do it. Even if you gave it to charity.
F you too.
Well, John, no one needs you to pile on.
Right.
I'm sure Jesus masturbated. John, this is the part
How
where...
do you know?
What do you know about Jesus? You don't know nothing.
He was a guy, wasn't he?
All right, so anyway, let me tell you what I've learned so far in this new game. Scott the engineer would have anal sex with a man for $250,000, and so would Gary the retard.
That's unbelievable.
Well, Gary's not sure he could do it, but he would try at least.
Everyone has been wrong pretty much, except for Stuttering John at one time.
I thought that Scott would do it.
He did, so you were right about that. Now, this guy on the phone has not won $500. The only one you got left is Jeff the Drunk. If you get it right, you got a 50-50 chance. Will Jeff the Drunk have anal for $250,000 with a man?
Everybody else is, so yes.
You'll say yes.
It's $100,000.
To him?
Yeah, it's $100,000.
Right. We offered $100,000 to Jeff the Drunk.
Oh, only $100,000.
To him, it's still $1 million.
No, I say no.
I say
no.
yes.
I say no,
I say yes.
I say no. I say he's all man.
I say yes.
100,000. How he's always crying.
He would never.
Every day looking for money. He's broke.
I don't believe him. All right, you say he will, sir?
I say he will.
All right, let's find out. Tom, what do you think?
I say no.
Me too.
I say yes.
I say yes.
I say definite no.
Because he's a huge homophobe.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Until money's
Probably no.
Hello?
Hey, Jeff.
Casey, how's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, I got something I want to throw by you.
What's that?
All right, so we were talking to a meeting. Like, we got contacted by this guy, Michael J. Cox. You ever hear of him?
No.
Well, what he's doing is he's writing a book. He goes around and he has 2 minutes of anal with different straight men. All right, you follow me so far?
I hear you.
And he's writing a book about it. Now, I know you need money, and I know you're a straight guy. He has offered $100,000 to someone like one of our whack pack or something like that. if the Whack Pack would do 2 minutes of anal with Michael J. Cox?
Negatory.
$100,000?
Negatory.
You don't have to be on video.
Yeah, negatory.
Okay, you wouldn't do it.
Ain't doing that.
Why did
But maybe it should have been $250,000.
Why didn't you offer him $250,000?
Because we started at one.
Were you afraid that you were running out of money? We were already up $500,000 here.
Negatory. No way, negatory, bitch. You take the anal, bitch.
Well, you have managed not to win $500.
I have Artie's luck.
From Willard.
From Willard. Starring Crispin Glover, opening in theaters March 14th. From Small Things Come Great Power. You have managed not to get the $500.
Wow. That was tough, though.
I have a quick game for you, Howard, if you're interested.
Can't be better than the game we just played.
No, that was great. No, I give you 4 names, and you tell me who was married the most and who was married the least.
Doesn't sound like anything I'm interested in.
No?
Sounds like very gay.
It's tough to follow this last game with that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I kind of like that one.
All right. Tom wants to play. Tom will play you. Go ahead.
All right.
We can call Tom in his office. Play
Okay, here's the 4 names.
All right.
Demi Moore, Madonna, Kitty Carlisle, and Phyllis Diller.
Easy. Kitty Carlisle.
Was married what?
The most.
Who was married the most and who's married the least?
I think Phyllis
Kitty
Diller.
Carlisle was married the least,
I knew this game was going to suck.
and Phyllis Diller was married the most.
Robert says Kitty Carlisle the least.
Yeah, I agree.
That's easy. The answer is yes, Scott.
Kitty Carlisle the most.
The least.
The least.
The most.
Oh,
Least.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah, she was married to Moss Hart, and that was it.
Kitty Carlisle was once.
Yeah.
Who was married the most?
Phyllis Diller. 3
Right,
times.
I was right.
Do I get the money from Willard, the movie?
How many times? 3 times Phyllis Diller?
Yep.
Yeah. And who was married the least? Kitty Carlisle.
Yep.
Yeah.
So with Madonna and Demi are twice apiece?
Right.
I don't care.
After the Scott, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you're ruining it. All right, why don't I just give you $500 anyway?
What?
All right, hold on. Thank you, Willard. The movie starts Friday.
So, Howard, is this possible that we can get the money for Scott to do this?
Let me talk to Tom off the air where I can really...
That would be groundbreaking.
Be unbelievable. That would be the best day in the history of radio.
We go to Vegas, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Send Scott up to Reno, where it's legal.
Right.
Where it's legal. Closed circuit.
It is legal.
Wait,
What?
Hold on a second. Time out.
What? Time out what? Why? Gay porn is legal?
He told me it wasn't on video.
No. He's saying go to Reno,
But
where it's legal.
But you want to film it?
No, we're going to watch you. We're going to go with you.
Oh.
We're going to report live coverage. All the grunting and the noises.
It'll be like a space launch.
We have to get 70 miles outside of Las Vegas, and then we can do whatever we want.
It would be great for Ganji to interview him afterwards.
Yeah, where are those Tourette sound effects?
Here's the broadcast. We're here with Scott the engineer. He's about to win $250,000.
Music the way you want it. Music the way you want it. Music the way you want it. Music the way you want it.
That is music, man.
Can that money be in cash?
No.
No.
Our sponsors are not going to deal in cash.
Deal with it.
Tom, you know what? I bet you there's a guy out there who wants to put up that money.
There's no
Vivid Video.
What if we paid Scott in cash and he put it on his car and drove?
Tom, what if Vivid Video gives you $1 million? Hold on.
I have 2 words for you. Not happening.
What?
Can I ask you a question?
That's why regular radio is going to die and satellite radio is going to win.
Okay, let's say
you're afraid to go into anal territory.
I have a point to make. I think I make it. We've given away a date with porn stars before.
We've given away dates.
A date.
Right.
Okay,
Go ahead.
What's happened?
That's another
so
date.
if Scott goes off to have a date, right? Why is it any different?
Because Tom's a homophobe and against homosexuality because of his religion.
No, I'm not homophobe at all.
Yes, you are.
I am not.
What's the difference between one of our listeners having a date
And Scott
and Scott having a date with a man? Really? What? Tell the difference.
You have already described the parameters of this date.
Well, we gave away Who Wants to Be an Anal Millionaire between men and women.
Sure.
Butt billionaire. So that's what we're doing with Scott. Butt billionaire.
Scott's going to be the butt billionaire.
Seriously, you're anti-gay.
No, I'm not.
Come on, Tom. Don't be scared off a little ass play.
I think gays should protest you.
Yes.
Go find
because you're saying
somebody else to take you to Tiffany, okay?
You're saying gay sex is not okay.
No, I didn't say that.
Because we've done the same thing with a man and a woman.
We've
think about it.
We've given away dates.
No, we said
we're giving away a date.
Happens.
We did say butt billionaire.
Yeah,
we did do that.
No, butt billionaire was just because it was a nice little play on words.
Well, whatever. You know what went on.
No, I don't.
I do.
Okay, well.
Howard, I say every time Scott...
you too.
If we do this, every time Scott's about to get it, we just yell, fire! Scott, fire!
No, stop. I don't want the money.
Fire! Where's the clock ticking?
Who let the dogs out?
Somebody call time, please.
Jesus Christ. I am shocked. It'll be the greatest show ever.
I love that Gary the retard wanted to do it, but with a woman instead. And in case he's like, oh, no, you see, that's not the deal.
I'll tell you what. We could probably just give Gary the retard $5. He'll think it's $250,000.
Exactly. I'd try it. Okay.
Never done it with a man.
Yeah, you could have started with $50 for him, probably.
There he goes.
Look at Tom trying not to laugh.
I know.
It's funny.
It is funny. Come on.
I know it is.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? You going to get some money for us or what? Why? You could sell this. It's going to be the biggest moment in radio history. Scott the engineer receiving anal for the first time.
Beautiful.
Right. It's going to be beautiful.
It's a shoo-in for gayest moment in the FME.
Hey, I figured if Cabby could do it for nothing,
I'll tell you what, I might take this to pay-per-view.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
But then
he'd have to be filmed.
Yeah, you have to be filmed.
Well, you know, if you take
but I could get the $250 on pay-per-view.
You take it to pay-per-view,
you might be able to up it a little bit to get the film right.
Hey, Howard, if we just put on the curtain and we just hear the audio of it, it's well worth it.
Well, that's what I would do. I'm offering Tom an exclusive, but he's not playing with me.
You know what you do? You just have the curtain. You got to see Scott's face.
Yeah.
His head will be poking.
Yeah, we'll see his head.
You make no money, right?
Yeah, we're one of those.
Would you pay $50 to see this?
Of course I would in a second.
I would too.
Right.
You realize
no problem.
People would take days off. It would be like the Super Bowl. I mean, a party. It would be like a Scott getting it party.
And we got to pick. We got to pick. Are we going to get Michael J. Cox to actually do him?
I think we got to be a big guy.
What are the measurements?
I say we get like what's his name? That disgusting guy.
Silva?
No, not Long Dunk. So I think he's dead.
Oh, like Johnny Goldstein or Ron Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy.
Ron.
That guy.
Jeremy.
Wait. Now you're already going outside the...
Hey, we got to pick your boyfriend.
Why? Is Michael J. Cox more attractive?
I don't know. I don't even know what he
What do you
looks like.
care who's behind?
I'll tell you what, Scott. I'll tell you what. Tomorrow I'll bring you a Michael J. Cox movie. You can watch that.
He wants to see who his date is.
I want to know him.
Yeah.
See, Michael J. younger.
I don't just want to blind
I'll tell you what I'm going to do today. I got contacts at pay-per-view. Tom, you're passing?
Passing.
Okay, fine. I'm announcing right now the biggest pay-per-view event in the history of pay-per-view. Bigger than WWF.
Bigger than New Kids on the Block.
That's right. Hey, I'm a businessman. I am paying Scott, the engineer.
We have to renegotiate.
No. Over. Deal over. See, they all get greedy.
For $250,000.
No.
You said you'd do it for $250. What are you worried about what I'm going to do?
No video, nothing. It was just do it. Private. We just do it privately.
Well, then forget it. You know what? I can see why Tom doesn't give you a raise.
If you're going to throw a monkey wrench into this, it's not going to happen.
Scott, $250 is enough to do on video.
But what if we do? We just have his head sticking out of the curtain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In a shadow.
And you can see the guy, your boyfriend's butt, shaking around.
How does he train with something? Is we going to, sit on your car?
There's no training.
You go to Rikers for a month.
I don't think so.
She has a picture of Michael J. Cox, right? Here's a picture of him.
And by the way,
that's him.
I don't think Michael J. Cox is gay.
Wow.
But
well, we probably won't use him. I want to get Ron Jeremy.
I don't know if Ron Jeremy does that.
I think he'll do it.
He'll do it for $250.
He'll do it to get on the show.
I think Tom should give it to Scott.
Also not happening.
He has been.
Scott says Tom's been doing it.
How much for Tom to pleasure himself when it's happening?
Oh.
What is it, Dominic?
All right, first of all, the station has to allow it. Number one, it's a violation of equal rights. You've done it with male and a woman. And secondly...
Dominic, why don't you mind your own business, Dominic?
And the station could actually be fined.
Have a cannoli for breakfast, okay?
Prejudice,
I think the station could be fined for prejudice.
I think you should be fined for overeating.
Yeah, for consuming too much on the planet.
Exactly.
I'd pay $50. You would, Dominic, you wouldn't pay $50 on pay-per-view to see Scott the Engineer do this?
I'll pay the $250,000.
Brought to you by Dominic Barber. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, my friend.
Yeah.
Here's the whole setup.
He said he wants to renegotiate.
Hold it. I got the deal. And this is it. Take it or leave it deal.
Why does everybody give me a take it or leave it?
I'll tell you why. Because you're a schnurrer.
Yeah.
$250,000 I'm offering you as a talent fee. There's a curtain. We have to see your head and your chest at least. And we get a guy of our choosing. We'll have him tested.
And he's wearing a condom.
He's wearing a condom.
So watch Daddy on TV.
Oh, man.
And you will receive, and people will tune in to see it. That's it. 2 minutes. Ultimate Fighting, nothing.
It's a 3-minute show.
It's a 3-minute show. If you want to,
pay-per-view in history.
If you want to see it. I could drag it out for a half hour if that's what you need.
You could have some build-up.
Yeah, I'll have like little cut-in pieces.
What, are you going to have a band play?
No,
interview the guy, interview people.
It's like the tail of the tape. You could meet the two components of this event.
You have to have an undercard.
We'll have AC/DC. For those about to take anal, yeah. Scott the Engineer is going to get anal, little dirty deeds done dirt cheap now, yeah. Fire! Michael J. Cox, fire!
What is that thing you said the guys talk about, the 21-gun salute?
Yeah. Pick up your balls for a 21-gun salute now.
Does he realize how long 2 minutes is going to be?
Oh, my God. It's like 5 hours.
You realize it's going to be intense.
2 minutes.
Yeah, we got to have a big clock.
I think he wants it.
I do. I'll take it now.
All right, so you're up for this?
Sure.
The way I do? Okay. You don't want to be involved? I'm going to talk to Mel about it today. He probably want to be involved.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure.
Come on,
I'm serious.
Great event.
You know how much money this is going to generate?
Oh, forget it. This is better than a fight.
And cheaper to produce.
Tom, just picture...
And we don't have any commissions
shut
to
up,
worry about.
What? Just picture his face.
First of all, this is like softcore porn. You're not going to see actual, sex.
There's a showtime at Saturday at 1 in the morning.
That's right. This is Cinemax After Dark.
Exactly.
Tom, come on, have a heart.
There is nobody that doesn't want to see that. Who wants to see that?
You don't let us do the negotiation.
Tom doesn't mind it from me. He minds it from you.
It's not a bad title, though.
Yeah,
all right, Tom. Thank you.
Probably it's a title we'll make it on the air.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it here in the studio because you won't get a sponsor for us.
Right.
I think you're prejudiced against gay people.
I'm not.
Yes.
I do. I think that's not fair.
You're entitled to your opinion.
What is your objection?
I already stated my objection.
He's against gay sex?
No.
Smooth, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Howard, listen. Bump it up to $500,000 and make sure it's a black guy.
Black guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does it matter to you?
Black guy.
Scott, do you have sex with blacks?
Huh?
Well, I never have.
All right, well, here's your first.
$500,000,
A lot of firsts going
Howard,
on.
does Scott choose a guy or do we choose a guy?
We choose the guy.
Yeah, so we can choose anybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're gonna have a whole audition. You know what? That's the first hour of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Auditioning the men.
I got 2
But we got to make sure.
Like American Idol.
How do we make sure he'll be able to?
That's right. He's got to be
able to perform.
I got 2.
I mean, this is
tested.
an arena live. You don't want to leave this to chance.
Howard, I got 2 words for you. Mark Harris.
Whoa.
He loves the camera.
At the very least, he can sing the national anthem.
Nah,
Right.
He'd be too nice. We need someone rough.
We got to get a gay guy to sing the national anthem.
Well, that's Mark's...
Do you think your wife's going to let this happen?
I was thinking the same thing.
No. Oh, look at Scott like, I don't have to ask my wife. Forget it. Here's the opening of the actual event. We got the whole thing worked out.
Every country around the world has their own national song, which is their symbol of what their nation stands for. Our Star-Spangled Banner, which is the title we use for our national anthem, is just like saying Old Glory. That means the flag of the United States of America. It's my patriotic privilege for me to sing our national anthem.
Yeah, Vinny.
Hey, Howard, with one phone call, I think I can get us in 10 million homes on DirecTV.
Why not? I mean,
I can do it. Just give me the green light. I'll call today.
You're green lit?
All right.
All right, Vinny.
Lube up. Get ready.
Get ready.
Can I just,
Vinny, you understand commercial potential. I think this is huge.
Oh, my God. You would make so much money. We could make this thing at $4.99, and you could make about $20 million.
Everyone would tune in to see Scott.
Is Vinny at the Indianapolis 500?
A lot of money.
You know what, Howard? You know how big this is? I would pay $50 just to be allowed to think about it.
Hey,
That's how funny it is.
Vinny, where are you with all those cars?
I'm on my way to Brooklyn. I have to go to a funeral.
Oh.
Who died? Scott's parents, because they heard this?
Hey, we can call it it's like a Super Bowl, you know? Like a Super Bowl party. And a tailgate party. We're going to have tailgates for Scott's tail.
Thank you, Vinny.
Okay, bye.
All right, Vinny, working overtime with ideas.
He's got the ideas going.
Jesus Christ. Your wife's going to let you do this? Seriously.
Let's call her.
Yes.
You look insulted when I ask you.
No. I'm not insulted. Why would she care?
Because you close your eyes like
Why would she care? Why would she care?
Why would she care? You're her husband. You're going to be the laughing stock of the world.
Yes.
He already is.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
You are tackling your
And by the way, you think you're going to be able to have sex with a woman after
Gay
this?
guys do it every day for nothing.
Yeah, but they're gay.
Hey, Howard, can you imagine if Scott gets aroused?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. That'd be funny.
No, it ain't happening.
He starts getting into it? That'd be great.
That ain't happening.
What if it's easy for him?
What if this is how you find? What if this is how you find out you're gay?
Hey, what if it's $250,000 to start your new life?
There you go.
Yes, Scott, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
All right.
I have 9 inches of hot, steaming conga. And I would like to audition as the giver.
Well, hold on, and we'll take your name down because we're going to do a whole auditioning process.
It's got to be over a foot, though.
Leading up to it. Thank you. Let me get the hell out of here. That's what we're going to be looking for.
No.
This guy, hold on.
You're changing everything.
What do you mean I'm changing everything?
We never said who would be...
Ron Jeremy.
I'll make a deal with you. It has to measure exactly what Michael J. Cox measures.
No deal, nothing.
You see, he's a star.
You see, you're changing everything. Now it's on television.
So what?
You're changing all the parameters.
So far you said...
Yeah, you said you do it right here in the studio. The camera's here.
Yeah, and you also said it didn't matter what guy it was.
Plus, I'm going to put a blanket over you like a horse, so no one's going to really see it.
So I can take my pants off, or can I just, cut?
You do whatever you want.
Whatever works for you.
We're going to need judges back there to make sure everything's going on, and I'll take a look and see that I got to do the play-by-play.
Judges.
You know, I'm going to get one of these play-by-play guys.
You get like Madden or something.
Yes.
Scott the engineer looking wonderful.
Madden can sit there and do the X's and the O's.
And it counts.
Yeah. I can't wait.
That's groundbreaking.
I'm doing it. Tom, I'm moving ahead without you. I'm sorry. Usually we're in business together, but I can see you're bowing out.
I am.
Making a mistake.
Yes.
Dingleberries.
Scott the engineer, yes.
Wow. Boy, you shocked me with this.
Wow. Astonishing.
We should call your wife and see if she'll let you.
You know it'll be shut down tomorrow when he comes in.
I spoke to my wife, and she doesn't want me doing it because we have a son.
Who wants to take a $100 bet with me right now that tomorrow morning is
I say he can't. He's not allowed to do it.
I say 100. I agree with you. Absolutely.
I spoke to my wife.
What a son.
Probably found something Leno won't steal. I don't think anyone's stealing this.
Yes, I understand you get a thing, and it takes a minute.
Well, tonight we have something really unusual. We have one of our engineers going to have anal.
Yeah.
From a man.
Hey, Kevin, listen to this. I understand one of our engineers.
So it's a little more embarrassing than walking down the street in a bra and panties.
I think so. Yeah.
A little more, just a little more.
But honestly, your son is like, hey, I heard your father's on TV.
Oh, yeah. Great day in school.
We're having a party.
You going to tell your son you're doing this?
Yeah.
Son, you know we've always been open with one another.
Let me teach you how to provide.
Which one's your father? He's the guy sticking his head out of the curtain.
Oh, he's the receiver? Oh, I didn't realize he was a woman. You should be ashamed.
That would be...
I thought he was the man.
That would be doing like the dating game. Our first potential giver is a stock analyst.
Son, I didn't mean that kind of catcher.
You're really going to go ahead with this? Because I'm working on it. And you're not going to ask your wife permission?
No.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like he's calm about it.
He's like,
well, now he is, but when the wife gets a hold of him.
Scott! No problem.
No way. No effing way.
It's like the honeymooners. Alice, I don't care what you say. I'm taking anal.
Another one of your kooky ideas.
Yeah.
But the point is, she would benefit from this as well. I mean, it would be her money as well.
I know what Scott's... I mean, I talk to Scott all the time. Scott will, like, do a little addition, clean up the house, get a couple of new cars, put some money away for his kid's college.
5 years salary.
Yep.
5 years.
Every time you sit in that addition, though, it's going to hurt.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
5 years.
2 minutes.
In 2 minutes.
Wow. That's right. You make 5 years salary in 2 minutes.
So you think
and 30 years of embarrassment.
If you were 60, you could retire
Right,
after
a
this.
lifetime.
You're doing this for a den.
Are you shocked, Tom?
I'm very surprised.
You represent middle America to me. I mean, you represent the middleist of America.
The middleist?
The milk toast America. Are you shocked by this?
Yes.
You are. That's what I thought.
I'm with him, I got to say. I would never buy that in a second.
Would you want to watch
And
it?
I'm still not... No.
You won't watch?
No. Some things I don't want to see.
But isn't that fun?
I want to see it.
It's why? I just don't.
I want to see it.
Well, okay.
I would be on
Does it make me a bad person?
What's the gross on something like this? Give me a guess.
Apparently Vinny's the expert, so get Vinny back.
Funny gross.
100,000 homes, $50 a pop. What's that, $5 million?
Yes. No. 100,000 homes at $50 a pop. Yeah, $5 million.
$5 million.
And I think you could do more than 100,000 homes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
More
do
than
too.
50
do
bucks.
1 million homes easy.
$1 million homes.
Are you kidding?
$50 million.
I think every home in America will
You're
see
on
it.
it, Howard.
I think there'll be parties.
There'll be people getting cable.
How many
for the
listeners
first
do you have?
time
Right.
just to see this.
How many listeners do you have across the country?
About 20 million.
About 20 million. You don't think at least, 10% of that?
I don't know who would tune in to see Scott receive anal.
Scott, if I were you, I'd hold out for some back
Will
end.
this be a replay or is just a one-shot
One-shot event.
I want
You're going to
back
want
end.
points.
Points, back end.
Yes, Leroy.
Yeah, I'll come down there. I'll give Scott some dirty black beef kebab, baby. I'll do $20.
Well, there's a black guy who wants to come down and give it to Scott. Gay Ramon, what's up?
Oh, no.
Just Gay.
Hey, Howard, what's up, baby? You know I'll do this.
Oh, of course we know you'll do this.
You know what, Ramon? I don't even know that you're large enough. We have to find the right man.
You can certainly audition.
I think he wants to do it. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder.
I think he wants to. Like he wants to do it probably because he gets a smoke out to it, you big gay bastard. Look at you.
Oh, look who's talking.
You're gay. That's so gay. I would never do that.
I wonder what Scott the Pace is thinking.
He told me gay after.
He's all freaked out about gay stuff. Hey, Scott, come in here and tell me what you think.
I gotta go. Work with Scott.
Let's get Scott's
I might hire Scott as the director on this.
It's up to you.
Scott the Pace, I mean.
That right on the top of your resume.
The Pace, what do you think?
I'm not directing this.
Wait a minute. You want to be the giver?
Oh, my God.
Scott.
Dude, you are crazy. What's wrong with you?
I'm crazy. I've lost my mind.
Woo, $250 after taxes. Well, you know what? I don't want to talk him out of it, but...
The Pace, you grab nuts for a video game.
Yeah, he played gay
It's an Xbox.
You went gay.
Wow.
Scott the Pace, you do have a price, all right?
Scott, have you ever
I
had...
think I do have a price.
What's your price?
We talked about it in there. It's lower than what you guys are saying, but probably...
$500,000.
No cameras, maybe $3 to $4 mil.
See, he does have a price.
God,
Wow.
Everybody
You
has
should not have a price.
No, he thought about it. You can tell a lot of thought went into it. You gay off
a lot of things for about $3 million.
See, this is a great game show. How gay would you go for what amount of money?
I'd turn fag for $4 million.
So, and $1 billion, you wouldn't?
$1 billion? I don't care if it's $10 billion.
Dude, $1 billion.
I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Yeah.
You got a price. You can have that.
You could buy your own country and stock it with people who don't know who you are.
You can never go back. You can never go back.
Casey, you wouldn't wouldn't do it for $1 billion.
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay, so see, I think Scott the engineer's been waiting for a chance. Wow.
What must that feel? I mean,
oh, you want to do it?
No, I'm just saying.
You want to know? Scott will describe it to you after he has it.
Oh.
Yeah, Double A.
Hey, Howard, it sounds like you're putting together the best Vegas show ever. I cannot wait for this event to take place.
Well, I don't know that this will take place in Vegas.
We're going to have to go to Honduras.
Most states won't allow it. But we're going to work it out, and I'm going to start working on this great pay-per-view event. It'll be the greatest pay-per-view event in the history of pay-per-view.
Now, let me tell you something. The answer should always be, if you're 100% man, no money in the world should turn you into a homo. Scott, you are one big homo.
Right.
Thank you.
I believe I've just been contacted by my people in the Howard Stern production company. We're probably going to be shooting from the Philippines. All right, thank you.
Take care.
Yes, Double A. All right, look, we're going to take a break. Scott the engineer, I hear what you're saying, and let me see if I can make your dream come true.
Yes.
And you check with your wife. I still say she's going to say no.
Nothing to check.
Can we call her on the air?
The way you want it.
Yeah, call your wife on the air, and I guarantee you she says no. Yeah, Ralph, what's up?
Unbelievable.
This is unbelievable.
Scott, $250,000, that's it?
That's it.
John got $100,000 for boxing.
That's true.
This is all I'm offering.
Yeah, but it's just 2 minutes.
And believe me, where's he ever going to make that kind of money?
Well, yeah, hey, it's a lot of money for him, but what you got to do, it's not.
Well, Ralph, you do it for free.
Oh. I'll pitch it to him for another $250.
Oh.
Are you going to watch the pay-per-view?
Oh, please, yes.
He's going to be there.
He's going to do Scott's hair.
Yeah,
I can picture a camera just right tight on his face and just see his expression all the time.
Sweat pouring off his forehead.
All right, there you go. Everybody excited about pay-per-view. All right, we got to take a break, Rob. When we come back, we are going to do the news. Pay-per-view.
Coming to you live from an opium den in Southeast Asia.
We'll be back right after these words.
Howard Stern Show.
I told you not to use the goddamn tape. Don't use the tape. Get out of my way. Now stay out of my face. Get out of my face.
My life is a bull with a shark. I'm still Scott from the block. I've got as much hair as a rock. I bought a new house, I got no place to smoke. I'm as exciting as a sock. I'm still Scott from the block. I smoke and smoke and smoke around the clock. Before Christmas comes, I'm probably gonna croak. Every day is dull, nothing is rolling. My weekend consists of smoking and bowling. I pound my head against the wall. I'm a loser's loser, I'm balder than bald. I scream at all the interns. Get out of here, I'm a miserable son of a bee. I have no answers, I probably have cancer. When I talk, I put people to sleep. My whole existence is a crock. I'm still Scott from the block. I should buy a cemetery plot. I can hardly breathe because my lungs are shot. I'm never gonna be a big shot. I'm still Scott from the block. Every year my birthday gets forgot by Howard and Robin and everybody else. I haven't got piss, nothing to my name. When I leave a party, no one knows I came. I have the kind of face everyone forgets. The only friend I have is a pack of cigarettes. I've got a crappy house, I've got a crappy car, and the worst luck that you've seen. My poor wife, she wonders why she married a skinhead schmuck like me. I've got all the charm of a box. I'm still Scott from the block. I've got as much hair as a rock. The tar in my lungs could fill up a crock. I'm as exciting as a sock. I'm still Scott from the block. I smoke and smoke and smoke around the clock. Before Christmas comes, I'll probably die of cancer.
You blew the whistle once. If it wasn't a push-up, you would have blown it more. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, all that rage will be effed away.
Oh, man.
That might be good for him.
Yeah.
Tim, what's up?
What's up?
Hey.
Hello there.
Hey there.
Hey, I want to know what happens if the pitcher leaks out before the 2 minutes is up.
That's a good point.
Is that an extra $250,000?
Well, that's we gotta have a backup, dude. We might be multiple guys.
There you go.
We need a full 2 minutes there. Wombat, go ahead.
Hey, Howard, what's up? How you doing?
Good.
Hey, how about Anal by America? You line up 20 contestants,
and have the viewers decide who gives Scott anal.
America votes. You know, we could do that because it'll be live pay-per-view, so...
That's true. We could get the tally right there.
We can interview our 20 guys and then have America vote. That's good. I like it. Okay. We're going to work on that, Wombat.
Hey, Artie, you rock. Great ACD impression.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys later.
I'm just going to call you Brian Johnson from now on and just answer everything as Brian.
Yeah. Whatever you need.
Are those about to rock?
Yeah.
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 Every time I just call him Brian Johnson, you should just say, fire!
Fire! Fire! Fire! You ready for some dirty deeds? Done yet, cheap? Yeah, fire!
Scott, you want to call your wife and then I got to talk to Dougie, the limbless rapper. I want to talk to that guy. Yeah. He's got no arms and no legs, and he raps. He's pretty good, actually. I heard some tape of him. He's not bad. He just, I just can't figure out. He says he pleasures himself, but I don't see how he can do it. He draws, puts the pen between his cheek and his neck.
Unbelievable.
You're kidding.
You know how to dial your house? All right. Yeah, I'll take care of that. Your wife home?
I hope so.
I hope so.
Believe me, it's easier if I ask her than if you do.
I keep her in the style of a kept woman.
I think you're going to have to...
What?
We're sorry. We cannot complete your call at
You did it
this
wrong.
time.
I think you got to dial like... Our phones are so sucky. Scott's an engineer. We can't even do it. What's it? You dial 9, maybe? No, you don't have to dial 9.
Yes, you do.
Oh, you do? Keeping the dialing down so no one will find out that's Scott the engineer phone number. Let's hope your son's not home.
Yeah, really.
The number you are calling has call intercept.
Wait.
A service that requires callers whose telephone numbers do not appear.
Oh, you need star 82.
I got it.
All right.
50 attempts later.
What do I do now?
It'll ring.
No, there's no, I took it, I hung up. Do it again. Sorry.
Once
Come
again.
back here.
Tell me when to pot up. Wow. I'd never be able to make this call. It's ringing now, dude. Hope she's home.
The number you are calling has call intercept.
I'll bring it up.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Connecting now.
Thank you.
Connecting.
Scott will be connecting. After all that, your wife's not going to be home.
She's not home.
Well, maybe she might be going.
She's already driving.
She's
away.
running.
She already left the country? She's driving cross country now.
She's outscoring Angel Dust.
No, she's not home.
Hi, we're not available right now, so please leave us a message, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for calling. Bye.
Yeah. I have a message.
Robin, are you there? It's Howard Stern.
She can't hear us.
Oh, it's a voicemail? Yeah. Here's my message. You should ask Scott what he's going to be doing.
What he's going to be up to bring in some extra cash.
Scott figured out a way to make $250,000 in 2 minutes.
I got a part-time job.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to know if you approve or not.
Just giving you the heads up to ask, well, how was work today?
All right.
We're calling to let you know Scott's going to be up to some dirty deeds.
Do you have a cell phone on her?
No.
Really?
I can't afford it.
Well, you will be able to soon. Well, Scott's bursting his ass to make some extra money. Not busting, bursting.
Anything for the family.
Right.
I got college coming up in next year, so.
Scott the Engiqueer.
Let's call your son at school. Yeah. All right. Robin, I'll talk to you later. Bye. If you get a hold of her, look, we'll come running in here, okay? I think it'll be easier for you to tell your wife this on the air.
I'll come right in.
All right. Because he's acting like, I don't have to ask my wife. The beaten man.
Not if he wants to do it, he doesn't.
Wouldn't that be fun on the special? Like you tune in and then America decides who gives Scott anal?
I like that.
Me too.
And I like the idea of him walking out to Scott from the Block in like a bathrobe, getting ready for it.
What's he going to wear? Hey, here's Dougie. I'm going to give him a plug. The guy's had a tough life.
I saw his concert movie that he put out not too long ago, and I know that one of the things he was doing was like it was a hot pregnant woman contest.
Yeah, that's not stand-up comedy.
No. And then I know he went somewhere and he ate some buffalo testicles for his movie.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna do pay-per-view with Scott getting anal.
That's a home run, dude.
Everyone can't wait for it. Meanwhile, Ronnie, the limo driver, said there is no way on this planet Scott's wife is letting him do it.
Of course not.
Because Scott's walking around like he's going to do it.
I'm the king of
But
my
he
castle.
walks around like that a lot and winds up not being able to do stuff.
How many times has he walked around here with his head held high, only to come in the next morning all hunched over? You know.
But why does he listen to his wife so much? What happened to him? Why is he so pussy-whipped?
He's always been that way.
I know, but I mean, my God.
But now he's in a bad spot because he just bought a new house. He can't go.
But what do you mean?
He can't go anywhere. Where's he going to go?
I'm not saying go anywhere, but he's just saying, listen, this is something I wanted. This is something I need to do. And it's none of your business.
It's kind of hard to argue a lot for anal.
I mean, I'm a human being separate from you, and I want to go do anal from a man for $250,000. I'm my own gay person. Although it is cheating.
At least it's not bukkake.
That's the other thing.
Breaking his vow.
Oh, my God. Is that for free?
Hey,
He's
it's
got
sex.
to finish, honey.
Kind of funny.
Well, he did have to finish, darling.
It would be rude.
The guy we select to give it to Scott on the pay-per-view special,
Yeah.
we got to make sure he can, like, finish in 2 minutes.
Right. So they got to be ready to go.
I said 2 minutes and not a second.
Get the clock. Like at 1:30, he should begin winding up.
No, minute 45. You wanna...
Harder, harder. Harder. Harder.
You might have a heart attack right there in the pay-per-view special. Any chance he could lose control during it, Scott?
Oh, I think maybe he should prepare, don't you?
Enemas?
Yeah.
I think there's an excellent chance he could lose control.
Well, wait a second. Hold it. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. I'm having
an episode.
When we think he would get himself ready.
Wait a minute.
Ronnie says no way.
If I have to do an enema, it's all out. No enemas.
Well, it's up to
you don't have to. I hope you don't take an enema.
You might like to, so you'd avoid an accident.
No,
I don't care. I don't want you to take an enema.
I don't. Scott, you'll be getting a skin enema.
Ronnie says no way your wife's letting you do this. Are you going to put your foot down and say this is something I got to do?
What? Hey, whatever I got to do to support my family.
You're going to do.
I'm putting my
doing
butt down.
I forget. What was the last thing he said he was going to be able to do, and then it was... it was going to driving school.
Yeah.
I went.
Yeah, right.
But that's not supporting my family.
All right.
Well, it is technically cheating, but...
Not really. No.
Not really. It's a man.
I mean, you don't plan to see this guy again.
And you never know.
Is this something you've wanted to try?
Never thought about it.
Right.
But do you think you'll enjoy it in some way?
I don't think so.
They don't know. Could be. At least it's intimacy. And sharing one's expression of love with another one.
Did you get a hold of your wife yet?
No.
Want to try again?
I just did back there.
No.
She's not home yet. She's already out spending the money, so don't worry about it.
Well, have her call in tomorrow.
Okay.
To give permission.
Oh, wait a second. I'm uncomfortable. Can you stop the clock for a second? Oh. All right, let's continue.
I think you're ready.
Dude, this is going to be the greatest. The pay-per-view special is going to be the greatest special ever.
Can you overtax pay-per-view? There's no shutting it down.
We might shut it down. It'll be like Woodstock. The New York State Thruway will be closed. We should have live audience, too.
Wait a minute. You're changing everything now.
No, but
you're changing everything.
It's not changing anything. You're not going to be able to see it. You'll be behind the sheet. Your head's going to be sticking out of the sheet.
From what I agreed to with Casey when he asked me.
Here you go. What difference does it make?
Dude, how am I going to get... I got to get you the $250,000.
Of course it makes a difference.
The only way to get the $250,000 if I raise money.
Well, no. See if you can get it the first wave.
Here he goes. What first wave?
Go to Tom and get a sponsor?
Well, if you're doing a pay-per-view, then it should be a lot more money.
Goodbye. Over. Offer off the table.
Fine.
That's it. Done.
You know what? Fine.
Good. Okay.
You know.
No $250.
I mean, this is...
You're funny.
This is not going to
see. Like all of a sudden...
He's
got dreams.
Of course.
He's counting what I'm going to make.
Wait, if you change
I'll tell you what, Scott. What if nobody subscribes? You going to pay me? You're going to give me $250,000?
Your word
and you're
says
pay me all,
be the biggest pay-per-view
and you're going to pay me all the different fees that I'm going to have to pay up front?
No, you want to do the pay-per-view.
You're going to pay?
You're the one that wanted to do the pay-per-view.
I offered you $250,000. What's the difference how I get it to you?
Always comes back.
Always, Scott. Always a fight. Get out. I'm done. Goodbye. Bid over.
Scott, you beat an ass.
Yes. Yes, Scott, don't be an ass.
You're like so many guys I know. All of a sudden, they're like...
No.
There's no one in your lifetime is ever going to offer you $250,000 to do anything. And now suddenly you're like...
Yeah, and the point was, this is what he would do for $250,000. Now, what you would do for $1 million is something else.
Yeah.
You have to make out with him.
I'm going to raise $250,000 to see this. And it's exactly what I said it was going to be.
That wasn't what I said yes
you're not
to. I'm just telling you that wasn't what I said.
Do you want to do it or not?
No
yes
tape,
or no?
It's paper.
Yes or no?
Scott, do it. What,
you
crazy?
You want to see it. I know
I
that.
can't.
Everyone wants to see it.
I'm laughing my head off.
But you want the $250,000.
I mean, what am I going to do? I'm not going to pay you $250,000 my money.
If you made an agreement with somebody, then they changed it, you would say...
I'm not changing anything.
Of course you did.
You said you would have...
Anal for $250,000.
That's all that's happening.
No video.
Right, no video.
No video.
I'm not going to videotape the actual anal. Just your face.
God, you said you do it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's cameras everywhere.
This isn't pay-per-view, is it?
So now you know the deal.
Don't act like a girl.
Yes or no?
Oh, please.
So now you know the deal. Do you want the deal or not? That's it. I'm not going to sit there and bust my balls.
How else are we going to get the money? Tom won't have any part of this.
Do you think Scott, the engineer, is going to command $250 anywhere on this planet for the rest of his life? No way. You need me more than I need you.
Scott.
If I don't do this, I don't care.
Scott, don't act like a girl. Let a guy bang you.
I love Scott all of a sudden. Yeah.
No,
what is it, Roddy?
Sudden.
You want $250. This is how we're going to get it. Money's got to be raised. What is it, Ronnie?
Ralph?
Dude, you're wasting your time here.
Why?
Because you know what happened.
His wife.
He got the phone call.
Oh, that's what happened.
Come on, man. You know she's not going to let you do this.
I'm so stupid. Of course you're right. Of course you're right. He got the phone call already.
No, I didn't.
Come on. You know she's not going to let him do it. He couldn't even go to NASCAR school. She's going to let him do this?
I didn't get a phone call.
But this is money.
I don't care.
It's our money, too.
Ronnie, I think you're wrong. I think just because of the money amount, they'll be a little close to...
Dude, his kid's got to go to school the next day after that. What, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Scott, have you no shame for your children? And how old's your son?
He's 17.
17. You realize how hard life is at 17 when you're a kid, and you're going to keep this on him?
Hey, what are you guys bumming him out for?
Stop. We're trying to get this done.
Look how his face changed from the time he was sitting in here before
I think
till now.
He wants it.
Look at him now.
He wants the $250.
Something happened between now and then.
His wife got a hold of him. You're right.
No.
You're not allowed to tell when your wife gets a hold of you.
I said it before when I was in here that you're changing the parameters.
No, the parameters always were what you would do for $250,000.
You said you do anal. I said I could get $250,000 from Tom. I couldn't. I went to the next step. I said I'll put it on pay-per-view. We'll put a sheet up. We'll look at your head while you get it.
But the price was always what he'd do for $250,000.
Right. Now all of a sudden you're like,
Scott, you're the one that's supposed to be getting screwed, not Howard.
Change the parameters. I'm not. Listen, dude, I'm just trying to get you the money.
No, you're a good guy for that.
Yeah, I mean, no one else is going to do anything for you.
One way or another.
Tom won't even give you a raise for what you actually do.
I'm trying to build excitement here for the event.
Oh, it's exciting.
Build excitement. So is he backing out?
Ralph's getting turned on by it.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, don't waste my time. Are you into this or not? I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, the money could be better. If it's going on pay-per-view. That's all I'm saying.
Again,
he's smelling money.
You didn't say it would take more money to get you to do
$250. I'll get the money.
Scott, the point is,
don't count what's in my wallet.
Without Howard, you're not getting anything.
Hey, Scott, it's like when the fight with the...
Excuse me. I don't have to beg this guy.
No. The point
There's no one on the planet that would offer him this.
Would he do this for $250,000? What else are you doing? That's all you're doing.
Hey, Scott, go find someone else to pay you the money. That's all.
Okay.
That's all.
I can't believe how weird you are.
Because something happened. The wife got a hold of him.
Yeah, somebody.
You were gung-ho about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of other people in the market.
Somebody grabbed him and said, Howard's going to make $800 million off this, and you should make blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Right.
But, Scott, you still get the $250,000 no matter what happens.
And no one's going to give it to you. Now, he's thinking what he isn't getting. Remember how Viacom's getting 12%?
Isn't getting?
You know how Viacom makes $560 million? You still got no raise.
Right. And he's getting the same thing. He's getting nothing.
Don't listen to other people. You see how well it worked out for Jack?
Yeah, that's what he's selling, Jack.
If it wasn't for me, no one would have any interest in you getting rammed. You'd be doing it on back alley.
He'd be doing it for free or paying like he probably already.
You want $250? I'll get you $250.
That's what you said that it would take to get you to do it.
I'm not willing to get you $1 million. I'm not willing to get you $251,000. I'll give you the $250.
He's taking the gamble.
Do you understand that?
You're not gambling. He's gambling.
I'm not gambling.
No, you're.
No.
You get
$250 no matter what. If 7 people tune in, you still get $250.
What is that off the back end?
I don't care if he does it or not. Just give me an answer so I don't waste my time.
He's the one who's welching. The question was, the guy wants to give $250,000. Will you do it? Yes. Was
$250,000. Vinny Favale.
Howard, I need to explain the economics to Scott there. Scott, it's a huge gamble. It's not like there's money just waiting to be had. We have to
that's in
get the
Scott's
money
world.
for the production to do the actual event. That's not going to be for free. We have to get $250,000 to give you before we've raised any money.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we're partners like 50-50 with the pay-per-view people who want their money first.
Yeah, Vinny, please. I'm not going to convince the dude. If you can get a better deal somewhere, get it.
Scott, you're insane. Just bend over and do it.
If you're going to do it, it shouldn't matter about anything else, Scott.
End of discussion. I thought the guy wanted $250,000.
That's what the game is.
You don't want it? Turn it down.
What was the question? What was the original question?
The original question is, would you have anal with a man for $250,000? You said yes.
In private.
That's right.
No, the guy was putting it in a book. You were always going to be publicized.
Scott, how's it worth anything to us if it's private?
Hey, wait a second. All this is moot anyway. Because you got to ask your wife. Robin.
Hello?
Hi. Robin?
Yeah?
Howard Stern.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Got your message.
Okay, good. Robin, here's the deal.
Go ahead.
We did this thing with Scott.
Yeah.
We asked him, all right, Scott, if someone paid you $250,000...
Right, a lot of money.
Would you have anal sex with a man for 2 minutes?
Right.
And he's going to write a book about it. The guy's name is... Michael J. Cox.
Right.
So anyway, Scott said he would do it for the $250,000. He'd be willing to do it.
Right.
So I said, if you're willing to do it, let me see if Tom will sponsor it.
Absolutely not. Tom wouldn't do that.
Right. So Tom wouldn't sponsor it. So I said to Scott, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you want $250,000, I'll put you behind a sheet, stick your head out the sheet so we can see your face, and we'll do a special where we'll pick a guy, probably a very large man, to give you anal on TV for 2 minutes. And I'll pay you $250,000. And he said, I'm doing it. I'm in.
Okay.
Now, I said there's no way you'd let him.
He could do it.
You don't care.
I don't care. $250,000 is great in my pocket.
That's right. It goes right in your pocket.
That's right.
Do I get any of it?
No, you just get the pleasure.
Right. I tell you what, Robin.
I'll tell you this. When he has to go for a hemorrhoidectomy, I'm not going to be there.
Well, you don't have to be. But it is something that he would do this for $250,000.
Well, he should be my guest. I would love to refurnish my whole home.
By the way, if you want to be one of the judges to pick the man, we could probably work you in.
That's fine with me.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear. Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
She'll divorce him as soon as the checks get in.
Who cares? She's in.
Wow.
So, Scott, are you in? That's the question.
Well, and then I got to call pay-per-view to see if I can even get this on the air.
Yeah, who knows?
There's still something, but I don't waste my time. If you're up for it, I'll do it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Dominic Barber, go ahead.
Yeah, Scott, do you remember when you almost blew the money to push up money and we saved it and gave it to you?
Yes.
Don't do that again. You're going to do it. What's the difference where and how? Everyone's going to...
He's in,
He
Dominic.
just said yes. We're done.
The wife said yes. She signed off. I will now contact pay-per-view, see if this kind of event can be held, and let me get to it.
Wow.
Let's let the games begin. Thank you.
God. This is really astonishing.
This is amazing. I will get back to you by, what's today? Wednesday?
Yes.
By Friday, I'll tell you whether or not we can do this.
Okay.
I'll make some calls. I'll have my agent make some calls.
Oh, this poor agent.
I don't even want to make the call. I don't even know how to make the call to my agent.
Right. I mean, can you imagine having to pay the phone and now try to describe this to somebody?
You know, Don, I go, Don, okay, I have an idea. So we're on the air, and Scott, the engineer, says, you would take anal for $250,000.
Yeah. I got a guy on the phone that says by tomorrow he can come over here and put up $300,000 to do it.
Why?
Line 3. Because he's got a bunch of internet companies. He's got the money.
Roland.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Hey, Howard, how you doing, man?
Talk business now.
Let's do it. I mean, you put it together. You and I will talk business, but I'll put up, as a matter of fact, I'll put up $300,000 so he shuts up.
So, but then you want what? Cut of the pay-per-view?
We'll talk very small numbers for me. Recoup some of the $300.
Why you put up the $300? What do you want out of it?
You know what? I want to sit in front of my TV. I say like a front row seat. I don't think he'll do it. I think he'll back out. But I'll put up the $300,000.
Well, there you go.
To do it. I mean, we'll work out the numbers.
Let me put you on hold, and I'll have my agent get in touch with you.
Absolutely.
All right, hold on.
We'll be there, and we'll get this thing done because.
All right. Thank you, Roland.
I think it'll be the biggest thing ever.
Oh,
thank you, Roland.
I think we finally topped the Japanese.
Wouldn't want to
with
see
their
this.
wacky shows.
What is it, Ralph?
Wait, is this guy gonna?
Yes. Well, yes. He will. He's going to wear rubber, but he can take his. He can take his rubber off like a minute 45.
See, he's changing things again.
No, not. He's having sex with you.
You about that part.
But it's not going to be anything unsafe.
If the guy's clean, why does he have to wear rubber? If he's
oh, please.
Scott, how much for no rubber?
How much for bear, Scott?
Scott asks if he'll get pregnant.
Scott, the guy's got no, AIDS, herpes, nothing.
Yeah, how much for bear?
Bareback.
Don't matter.
Oh, no, you're kidding.
Why? It probably hurt less.
Oh, come on.
How much more, Scott?
I don't understand.
Oh, you
Scott,
don't understand?
how much more?
Let's do it to you, bareback. Come on. Come on. I'll do it to you, bareback.
Scott, how much more bear?
Oh, get out of here, Ralph. You have no money.
Another 50 G's gets you back. Because, rubber's bum me out.
Scott will have a little one of those boards like at McDonald's telling
First of all,
there
shouldn't be any lube involved either.
Oh, stop.
I got to have a little. Come on.
But wait a minute,
John.
But wait a minute, Howard.
Let's try it out. John, let's try it out on you first and see if it works.
But Howard, what were you saying before?
If you kiss Scott's neck, he'll probably just got his own natural lube.
What, you mean a little foreplay?
The contact feels good. It feels good to me.
But why does Scott have a choice? Just come out and deliver it.
Yeah. Can somebody send him back to that stupid island he was on?
Howard, what were you saying before? A minute 45 in, the guy can do what?
Well, I'm saying he could take off his rubber and pleasure him. Pleasure.
Go away.
Go away. You're there. You're on all
He's
fours.
got another 15 seconds.
You do a Houdini.
He can do whatever he wants after the 2 minutes somewhere else.
Hey, can we put a Ned Beatty wig on him like in Deliverance?
No, we want to see his face.
Wait, what John was saying, is that a David Copperfield or a Houdini?
It's a Houdini. Do you know what that is, Howard?
No.
The guy spits on Scott. No, it's okay. He spits. He hacks a loogie on Scott's back, so then Scott turns around. He does it in his face.
Yeah, because Scott thinks it's over. I've heard it described as a David Copperfield because it's an illusion.
Look at Scott's face.
You rush this on tomorrow.
That's going to take a little doing.
It sure is.
Can it happen in Vegas, Howard? You don't think
I don't know. I'm going to make phone calls. It's going to be embarrassing for me to call my agent and even tell him this is what I want to do with my career.
It's going to be embarrassing for you to make a call.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
The only person
I'm going to do it.
embarrasses you.
And I left all the way to the bank.
You know what? You're going to waddle all the way.
Oh, well.
You might limp.
I might limp all the way.
Wait till you see the guy we get for you.
Yeah, I like the way the wife would let him go to NASCAR school because he would enjoy that. But this, he's going to get the fruit.
Well, why not? Oh, wait, Scott's wife is back on the phone. Hey, Robin.
Hi.
Hi.
You have to wear a condom.
Oh, yeah.
There is a
I have
condom.
to be checked out.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
We've already. We wouldn't want anything happening to
Because he
Scott.
doesn't have enough life insurance.
Let me tell you something, but think about it. If we get him some guy who's unsafe, he drops dead, then you get the full $250.
Hey, just take out a little extra policy.
All right.
That's what I'm going to have to do.
Yeah.
Robin, we assure you Scott will be wearing a condom.
No, not Scott, the other guy.
All right, Robin, thank you.
I love how Scott's getting pimped out by his wife.
You don't consider this cheating, do you?
Be proud. That's your man.
This is not cheating.
Right. It's a guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
But if he turns in gay...
Yeah.
What happens if he turns gay?
He's off your hand.
Look at you. I need Dominic as a lawyer.
Right. It's a double payday.
That's right.
Right.
Honey, you think he's almost there? I mean, he's getting down on all fours to take it. You think he might be a little gay?
I don't know.
You're going to find out.
I know my brother-in-law said he would do it in an instant.
Well, we'd love to have you there to see it.
No, I don't want to watch it.
All right.
She just wants to order the furniture.
Yeah. Right. Good for her. Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
Scott, you just got pimped out by your wife.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
Can the guy donkey punch him? Like, when he's doing this guy to hit him in the back of the head?
I think this is enough of a donkey punch.
Really?
How about for an extra 50, Scott?
Scott, let me ask you something. I'll tell you what, though, you don't get your $250 if the guy can't. Let's say you lock up. If you lock up, you
gotta do your.
You gotta
2
relax.
minutes.
Yeah, you gotta relax.
And the 2 minutes doesn't start until we're sure it's a go.
Oh no. Yeah, Mike, go ahead. You're on the air.
Here's something to top the cake. He should wear one of those straps over his head with the ball in his mouth.
Yeah, that would be nice.
No, we want to hear the noise.
Yeah, well, that's what well, then you put it on after. Oh, you do that.
Put a ball in his mouth.
Have the guy give you a nice reach around, too.
Yeah, really, where does the 2 minutes start?
Oh, I don't know.
How funny is it? Scott's going to be yelling at him to stop and stuff like that. He's going to be sweating and screaming.
Is Scott allowed to stop?
The guy can stop motion so Scott can rest.
If I do
Yeah, but then you stop the clock.
If I do a minute, do I get half of the money?
No. You got to go 2 minutes.
No.
I don't think you should be able to stop the clock.
No.
Full out.
No, you can stop the clock if Scott needs a break for a second or two, just to...
Yeah, you know those girls that do that stuff? They get breaks and stuff?
2 full minutes straight.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Even in Casey's pitch, he could ice down.
No, he's got to take a full 2 on.
Wait a second, though. The clock doesn't start till the guy, at least we see that, you know, I mean, what if Scott could lock up?
Right. And he could have, take 2 minutes to get started.
Yes, Scott, understand. We want to see anal.
You're gay, too.
Okay, whatever. I got to give my audience what they pay for.
It's got to be 2 full minutes.
Call your local pay-per-view provider.
I can't wait to see what name you come up with for this one.
I already got one.
What?
Jungle in the Bungle.
Oh.
Trouble in the Bungle. What?
In the bungle.
Rumble in the Bungle.
I got a good one. Scott gets banged.
All right, listen, we got to do some news. Scott, we got to go ahead. I will begin to research. All right, there we go.
All right.
Good luck.
Full steam ahead.
Scott's latest humiliation.
Wow.
Should we get his on the front row tickets?
Oh, stop. That poor boy.
This is actually unbelievable to me. It's almost like a dream.
I can't believe the first time he said yes, I could not believe he was saying that.
Me neither.
Go and tape this conversation Scott has with his kid.
Son.
The kid will come home and go,
son, look.
You've got college coming up.
You haven't worked yet for a living. It's very hard to make money out there.
This is putting bread
I'm
on
not
the
getting a raise.
Yeah, we're putting bread on the table.
Putting bread on the table and putting clothes on your back. I'll leave my ass out of this.
To your friends, and Dad getting anal doesn't mean he's gay.
Didn't I always tell you I was out there busting my butt?
Some people do taxes. I do guys.
One day you'll have a family and have to take anal.
Yeah, there's no way that he could work here after he did it, right?
Sure.
There's no way that he could.
Why not?
Because somebody would bring it up every day.
Oh, that's the whole beauty of this.
Yeah, I mean, it does.
You can't control yourself?
It does hurt you in every argument you have. You know what I mean?
Right to it.
Al Rosenberg on the phone.
Oh.
Al?
Hey.
Hey.
This is one of the best moments I've ever heard. But I think you're going about this the wrong way, and you're not approaching Scott the right way. I think he's a romantic. How about dinner and dancing before they do it?
Well, we could make that. We could incorporate some of that, but I think the approach where America gets to vote which guy will give it to him.
I like Jill Millionaire.
I'll take Evan Marriott.
Right.
There's that one big moment.
Good to hear from you, Al.
Good to hear from you.
Right.
You're gonna want a big guy, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, we have to be.
Anyone under 9 inches need not apply.
What's Patrick Ewing doing?
And Robin will get judges.
It's gonna be like a donkey.
Donkey, a mule. You know what we ought to do? We pick a guy, and then at the last minute we switch to donkey.
No.
Oh yeah. Donkey climbs on Scott, gives it to him.
Oh, come here, my little burrito.
Well, you know, his head will be through that sheet. He won't be able to see what it is.
Gotta be kidding me, a donkey?
You're like a mule.
You didn't say that.
Wait, you are a mule.
That guy sounds a little funny.
Wow.
Poor Scott.
I don't even know how I'm going to call Don with this and figure out.
You know, you might want to call him now.
Now, I'm going to call him off the air so he knows it's serious.
It's really
Do you think it could
serious.
actually happen?
Yes. Because, first of all, it's like softcore porn. No one's going to actually see the anal. They're going to see Scott's face.
Right,
and
he'll be draped, as they say.
You know, but we'll be able to see Scott, his face. We'll know what's going on.
You know, and they've done things like shown live births on television and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing.
We should tape my call to Don as part of the special.
Yeah, the making of. The whole build-up.
The guy's going to be sweating on him and stuff.
Well, it's only 2 minutes. How much sweating will there be?
It's longer than a Tyson fight.
That's true.
Yeah.
And people pay good money for that.
I would hurry up before ABC gobbles us up.
Yeah. You don't think Scott Einzinger's listening to you?
Am I hot?
Am I hot?
250 I am.
He's so funny to look at. It's going to be such a great special. I'm going to have one big camera like close up on that face. I wonder if Don will want a consulting credit on this. You know how on the E! Show, he's Don Buchwald?
Yeah,
consultant. He always likes the title. You could be consultant.
Next on ABC, Lorenzo Lamas gets banged.
Yeah, let him pick this up.
Have his laser pointer.
Nice.
This is unbelievable.
It's going to be a great special.
Will you ever be able to look at Scott the same way?
No. I can't look at him now.
I really don't know what's going to happen. You know, it's one thing to talk about it, but after he's actually done it...
He's going to have that same dopey expression on his face.
Yeah, every time you see the look.
We're going to drive by his house.
You know what? He's already had this expression on his face like he got anal sex. Like he got screwed.
Yeah, we think that, but what does he really look like? when he's getting it.
And don't you think it's like one of those things in his mind? He's like, it's not any different than going to the doctor or something like that. But then it's going to happen, and he's going to go, oh, my God.
It's going to be so much worse than
it's gay sex.
Imagine.
The worst. It's a prison rape.
Right. It's what happens to you in prison.
Yeah.
And, what if the guy just sort of gets really excited and goes to town?
Yeah. What if Scott says, screw the 2 minutes, let's keep going?
Yeah, what if the guy starts talking dirty to him?
Well, yeah, we can't stop him once the clock stops.
You know what I want to get? I want to get like an ex-con to do it to him.
Why not a current con? Yeah, we get a guy. The guy starts talking dirty, like, yeah, you little bitch. And he's,
you know what would be a kick in the ass? We find that he's been doing this all along.
Yeah, and it's nothing to him.
I told you. I told you it wasn't any big deal.
I'm pretty sure he's never done this before.
Pulled the wool over your eyes.
I can't imagine. I mean, everywhere he goes, people are going to go, there's the guy that took it for $250.
Oh, can you imagine him at his bowling league?
He's going to be thrown out of the league.
Hey, laugh all you want, I'm rich.
Scott, it's Ned down at the alley. Turn in your shirt.
You're all laughing, but you wish you had that kind of cash.
I hit the lotto.
Private planes for me.
I hope he invested in something that crashed.
Oh, no, he'll invest in something. He'll be...
You know what was amazing about the way Scott answered the original question? He started out by going, are you guys kidding me? And we were, of course, going, he's going to say no. He go, of course I would. I mean, just like, Jesus.
Jeff the Drunk, what's up?
Hey, Howard.
Hey.
This is one of the funniest shows ever.
I can't believe you said no.
I can.
Shock V.
Yeah.
Negatory.
Hey, Scott, for an extra $50,000, will you let him bukkake you?
Well, that's going to happen anyway.
It's going to be great. I can't wait.
All right, Jeff, thanks.
Later.
Jeff the Drunk,
Jeff doesn't even have cable or satellite.
He's going to see it somehow. The whole country's going to be glued to the TV, literally.
This is one of the funniest shows ever. Hey, Scott, why don't you get bukkake? Nice. He's Jeff the Drunk's laughing. Jeff the Drunk. Jeff the Drunk is like, stop, you are a loser.
Well, let's call Gary the Retard and tell him he can be contestant number 2.
You want to do any news?
He would do it. Yes.
It's 20 to 11.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
What news story could follow this?
Well, the fact that they've been doing pelvic exams on women without their knowledge.
No.
How do we get into that? But, it's still not as good as Skype doing anal on pay-per-view.
I know, but I have to say this. Women should know. I didn't know this was happening.
Hey, now, what's happening, baby? Yeah, good morning, everybody. Everybody's happy. Fred Norris has a smile on his face.
Hey, now.
Yeah.
Hey, now.
Marty Lang is here, Robin Quivers, all your friends from the show. Do not despair, we are here. Yeah, Robin in a good mood, laughing. What are you laughing about? Wow. Why are you so happy this morning? I see. Robin, laugh once if it's because Scott's going to take anal. I guess it's not that. All right.
It is for Artie. Artie laughed.
Artie laughed.
I've been laughing for 24 hours.
I know, it's pretty wild.
It's only what he's talking about.
I walked past one of the other guys in the engineering department. I burst into laughter. It's like they're going to be working with Anal Scott.
Anal Scott, huh? That's going to be my name, huh?
Everybody's amazed.
I'm gonna take it from a very large stock. I'm still Scott from the block. I used to have a little, but I'm gonna have a lot. No matter where I go, I'll be laughed at. I'll be in the bottom and he'll be on the top. I'm still Scott from the block. I just can't wait till my pants first drop. Now I'll be known for packing fudge.
Yeah, very good. So. Yeah, I have to tell you about my day calling my agent and trying to get this thing set up.
Yeah, you had quite a time, too, ahead of you.
I had quite a conversation But I'm going to tell you everything about that.
All right.
I'll let that unfold, and so much to talk about. I realized yesterday we were so busy with Scott taking anal and the whole pay-per-view concept.
Yeah, we practically didn't do anything else.
Yeah. We really just spent the whole show on that.
Well, once something like that falls into your lap...
People loved it.
You have to go, wall to wall.
Never laughed so hard in my life. Never laughed so hard in my life. I guess some people don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah, they weren't there when it happened, I suppose.
Can you believe some people don't listen to the whole 5 hours of this show?
Some people are sleeping right now, and they plan to tune in later?
Shame. Shame. No. Shame. Well, it has captured the imagination of America. Yesterday, Scott saying that he would take anal from a man. Well, I don't even know what other kind of anal you could take. But he would take anal from a man for $250,000, $250,000. And all I know is I'm in the middle of putting together a pay-per-view special. We got a great show for you today, actually. In addition to me telling you the whole aftermath of that conversation, we have a new game. And I can't even say what it is until we play.
Okay.
Okay, we have a new game that I think you're going to like.
That you can't even say the name of.
Yeah, because it'll ruin it.
Will you tell us after we play?
I'll tell you right as we're about to begin playing the game. Right. Sandra Bernhard is going to stop by.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. And who else? I guess that's it. But, we have a lot to go through today. We have so many things. If you saw my desk, Robin, you would see millions of tapes, voicemails, unbelievable amounts of material that have to be gotten to. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
Howard, if you get caught red-handed banging on K-Rock floor,
shame on you.
On ETV, you make sure that Robin ain't in that booth looking at you. You dig? Dig that? Wasn't me.
All right. I came in and I saw Howard Stern just banging on the K-Rock floor.
Wow.
Picture this, he was butt naked with a pretty girl on all fours. How could he forget that Robin was in that extra seat? Let her jaws hit the floor when he told her it wasn't me.
Make sure you know that you're really not right for this. I never used to see I made the jigger low flex. As somebody else said, never you in the complex. Seeing is believing, so you better check your specs. You know she ought to bring out whatever things up from the past. All the little evidence, you better hope him out. Quick my answer, no hope it out. But if she back out, you know you better run fast.
Exit stage left.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
This is Radio Shock Jock, Howard Stern.
Hey-oh. Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now.
Fire.
Hey now.
Yeah. Do it.
21 guns salute.
A friend of mine went to that AC/DC concert at Roseland. He said that he still can't hear. His ears are like blown out.
It was really loud, but they sounded great. Jumping around like an idiot for an hour and a half. Yeah! Look at Roseland!
New York City!
Yeah, we in New York City, yeah! Anybody out there drinking a beer? Who needs a beer?
Did he say that?
Yeah.
About 1,000,000 times. Anybody out there drinking a beer?
Yeah.
You know, at some point, he just says that because he knows the crowd likes it.
Well, yeah.
There's nothing sincere.
Every concert.
Nothing sincere about it.
At one point, he mentioned 2 people that were there from Australia, and everybody in the crowd was dead quiet, so he had to go back to, yeah, but it doesn't like New York City!
Whatever will get a reaction.
I read Billy Joel stopped by the AC/DC concert to say hi to AC/DC, but he split after like a song or two with some hot brunette.
Oh, really?
That's what it said in the paper.
He had a girlfriend.
Maybe that was it. I don't know. Who knows who the hopper did? But, one time when I first got single, I went with my daughter to some concert.
Right.
We went to just hang out at the Hammerstein Ballroom, or Hammerstein, whatever it is. Hammerstein is too Jewish.
Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yeah, the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Change it to Stein.
We went to see, like, the All-Stars, whatever those guys were. With that great song they do.
Hey, now, you're an all-star.
No, not those guys.
Oh, you're talking about that.
Low Fidelity All-Stars?
Low Fidelity All-Stars. Thank you. Ba-ba, ba-ba, booby.
Oh, I know the song you're talking. It's like a techno. Techno.
Turns out, the guy just gets on stage and plays a disc, like a record.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's no band. He doesn't sing. It totally sucked. I mean, I love that song by Low Fidelity All-Stars, but the show blows. But these kids all do X, and they were just standing there, like, staring at him, and like he would just play records.
Yeah.
Because he's like a DJ. He's a DJ who had a...
Does he play good records at least?
I don't know. It was stuff I didn't know, and then, like, the kids just stare at him, and then, like, if his buddy came up to light a cigarette, and the crowd goes crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
So they're high as a kite.
Right.
And I didn't even realize they were high. I was, like, so out of it. But anyway, I was there with my daughter, and the guy in Page 6 wrote the next day that I was there with a hot brunette.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Holy cow.
That's creepy.
Yeah. I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah.
I saw.
And I made a point of telling the publicist there, because I know they all call I go, I'm waiting for my daughter.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, didn't matter.
I saw Richard Johnson at the AC/DC.
Yeah?
Yeah, he came up to me.
Did you go, fire?
Give me a free drink card. I said, Richard, fire! Page 6, yeah! Page 6, little dirty deeds. Yeah.
He had free drink cards?
There was free drink cards that people were passing out, I guess. I never got one.
How's that work?
He had one, and he gave me one. Free drink ticket.
Nice.
I guess he worked it out because he's press or something.
Yeah, probably somebody gave them to him.
When you get the free drink, though, you leave a tip for the bartender, don't you? Or you just get the free drink and you split?
I think you just throw the ticket out. I didn't use it.
Right.
I was up where there was paid drinks, and I was tipping all night.
I'm not drinking during the week anymore.
Well, I mean, you have in the past?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
I was getting into it.
Well, like wine or something? Or?
Wine, or vodka.
Vodka?
Yeah. I'm not doing it anymore.
Well, yeah, not since he's gotten sick.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing it even after I get healthy.
We'll see.
No.
You know what
I've
happens?
heard your promises before.
No. Well, you know me. I'm very disciplined when it comes to that crap.
Well, you know what happens is yesterday I slept all afternoon. I had no choice. And then I got up and had dinner, and I couldn't get back to bed till like about 11. So it screws you up.
No, you're napping too much.
No, but he had gone out to the AC/DC concert and out all night practically.
Yeah, I don't usually nap that much in the afternoon. I had to. I had no choice. I fell asleep till like 5:30.
Yeah, no.
He's a completely different color today.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel good.
I went to the doctor yesterday because I've been having this lingering cold thing. They took blood. They chest x-rayed me. Because I had just had a full exam about 3 months ago. I had to go for a physical.
Yeah, I remember.
I did everything but the colonoscopy. But he even said to me, when are you coming in for the colonoscopy? I was like, I don't know. Why don't you just call it what it is? When are you coming in to have a camera shoved up your ass?
We're going to do it on pay-per-view.
We need to take a picture of you calling.
Yeah. Wee. Tell your calling to say cheese.
So anyway, I went and got a full physical from my man Bob Baker, Dr. Bob Baker, who's such a nice guy. And he did the chest x-ray. He does everything. And lo and behold, nothing there. He said he wouldn't even take an antibiotic. He just said...
Just live through it.
And I said, is there any chance... Because Pat said to me I could be allergic to my dog. He said, is there any chance I'm allergic to the dog? He goes, you know what? If the thing lingers for another 2 months... I would say we might test that, but I don't think you are. I said, and besides, I lived with a dog on Long Island for years. I never had an allergy.
But certain, it could be certain types of dogs.
Yeah, he says it's in the dander.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think that's it. And I just don't. I don't know why. I just don't.
You don't want to.
I don't want to think that. I don't want to have that. It's even better. Beth said, would you take pills? For it? You know, I go, no.
So what happens to poor
Bianca? No, she'll be fine.
I mean, if you are allergic, what would happen to Bianca?
I'm not allergic.
But answer my question.
What would happen?
Yeah.
I'd keep her in a different part of the apartment or something. I don't know what I would do. I mean, I don't know. I would do something.
Really?
Yeah, I love the dog.
You throw that dog out the window.
All right. I'll put her to sleep, that's all. We drop the dog off in the subway. I drop her off with a drifter who lives in a teepee.
There you go.
No, I don't know. I don't think that's it at all, actually. I'm not the allergic type, and I don't have any allergies.
Whatever type that is.
You know the type. You can spot them. They're always with busybodies.
With stuff.
Yeah.
If that is the case, I know a guy who can get rid of the dog for you, $200.
Oh.
Didn't he get rid of Robert Blake's wife, or was that Robert Blake? Well, they're talking about letting Robert Blake out for bail. They're actually going to consider it.
Well, that's what the judge has to consider after this hearing.
Yeah. So anyway, he said it could be that if it lingers for like 2 months or something, but he doesn't suspect that that's what it is. And he just said to me, take some Robitussin. It's like an expectorant. Gets all that crap up. And I'm not even going to do it. He said, you don't even need to do that. He says, go back to the gym, start working out, and forget about it.
Right. Move around.
Move around a little bit. You're getting into a funk.
So you definitely don't have bronchitis or anything like that?
No, nothing. Right. It's just the weirdest thing. I'm sleeping a lot, and, and I don't even have a cough, really. It's just when I breathe in, it tickles, and I just said, you know what? I think I'm cuckoo.
Well, that we know. That's for sure.
So, that was my medical update. Then, I put off calling my agent about the Scott the Engineer thing.
Yeah, how long did it take you to get up the guts to make
I can't wait to hear that.
I was just hoping that, somebody would tell him about it, and...
He'd call you?
Yeah.
Does he not listen to the show as a rule?
No, he hears it. He says he doesn't listen, but then I talk to him and goes, hey, I heard when Fred said and Robin said and...
Right, he sometimes hears things.
Yeah, somehow he gets word or hears or whatever, He's another guy who doesn't listen, but meanwhile he listens.
There's a lot of people like that I've found since I've been on the show.
Yeah, they don't know they listen.
Yeah.
I think it's disturbing to them that they listen. So, I don't know, Scott, dropped the bombshell yesterday on the air during the big game, would you do anal or not? And he said that he would do anal with a man for $250,000.
Right? I mean, no hesitation.
Yeah. He says, it's 5 years' salary.
What a thing!
And we were all we couldn't believe it yesterday. We spent 2 hours on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it stopped the whole show. He stopped all the big things from happening because we couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it.
People, they were screaming they couldn't believe it so much.
That's right. So, anyway... I drove around half the day and stuff. People were talking to me about it. I was talking about it. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone agreed they would pay for it on pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah. You'd have to see it.
Yeah. So, and they liked the whole idea that guys would line up and we would judge their penis size.
And America would choose.
America would choose who would give Scott anal. And it's going to be some big-ass guy.
Yeah. We're not going to let him off easy.
No.
Yeah, nobody attractive.
It's 250 G's. It's a lot of cake.
So I wanted to do it here in the studio and get a sponsor to do it. Tom backed out of that.
Yeah, he wasn't hearing anything.
And so I said, well, I would do it on pay-per-view. It would be a great special. My audience would pay. We'd get to $250,000. We'd have a party. Only problem is, and I was thinking about it in my mind. I was like, well, okay, we're not going to see any insertion. Scott's going to be, we're going to see his face, and maybe we'll see the guy's butt who's delivering the goods, who's delivering the B-52.
Well, actually, you could drape it so that you could see the guy, practically all of the guy.
Right.
And, the top of Scott.
Right. Just seeing his face. So, and I was thinking on Queer as Folk, which you watch, they show probably more.
Last night, I watched my episode of Queer as Folk this week, and this guy was in a club, and you could actually, this guy was wearing tighty-whities.
Yeah.
It was an underwear party.
Yeah.
And this guy was wearing tighty-whities, and you could see hands
on the crotch
toward bulges, right on bulges.
Yeah, you'd actually see less in this special than that. You see less.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see a lot on cable.
I mean, you'd see men's penises, but they would, they'd be being judged. They wouldn't be in the act of sex.
Right.
Right. So, in terms of pornography, it's soft core at the best.
Right.
And then somebody said, well, isn't it illegal? And I go, there's gay porno. Nobody seems to have a problem with that. There's all kinds of guy porno.
Has it ever been on pay-per-view? This could be...
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's not even insertion. So...
It's got to be legal.
Well, it is.
Yeah. Because people go, well, you're going to have to go to Vegas to do it. I go, Vegas? I could do it right here in an apartment in Jersey.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Because I always have this question about those Cinemax After Dark things and all that stuff. And that's softcore porn.
Yeah.
They're not really having sex. They're simulating having sex. Is that true?
They're simulating, yeah.
All right. So you can't say this is not insertion. You're just not seeing.
Right. You're not seeing the insertion.
Right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right.
No, actually, those things are shot as regular pornos, and then they shoot them again. There's probably insertion.
Oh,
there could
okay.
be.
See, that's what my question was.
Yeah, there could be. It depends on the porno.
All right.
I would have to see the porno,
All
but...
You're right. So then that means there's sex happening. You just can't see it, which is what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's illegal blind here.
So I put off calling my agent for a long time. By the time I called him, he was like, yeah, what's this going on? He goes, someone called me. Someone told me. And I was like, oh,
He didn't call you, so it can't be good.
So I laid out the whole special. I go, picture this. Black screen. Suddenly we come up on... And I don't even know what we call this thing. Like, if there's American Idol, there's American Anal. American Anal. Tonight, America decides who will give a straight man anal. A man who has agreed to receive anal for $250,000. Here's your host, Howard Stern. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Maybe I'll even spike my hair blonde and try to look young.
Ryan Seacrest?
Yeah, I'll be like Ryan Seacrest. And then I'll go, tonight we have a man who has agreed to have anal for $250,000. And then I throw it to a package. Be a 7-minute piece on the life of Scott the engineer. And everyone would be good and depressed. Interviews, everything. Bam, back to me. Now let me introduce you to our judges. Sitting to my left, Robin Quivers. Hello, America. Brian Johnson of AC/DC.
Hello, America, yeah! Fire!
And Stuttering John. Hi. We have a lot of famous people in the audience. In the front row is Scott's wife and son.
Oh. There's the family. Supportive family right there.
Then we cut backstage to Scott, who's like a boxer. He's in a room. He's preparing whatever he's doing.
He's in a robe.
Scott, how you feel? I do a 1-minute interview. Then we just cut to a picture of the United Nations. Just for the hell of it. Kofi Annan or somebody like that.
Yeah, a riot going out outside.
No! By the way, America, while we're deciding who gives Scott anal, just realize there's a potential war in Iraq.
What we should do.
Because we'll still be debating then whether to invade or not.
Yeah, but some terrorist dude talking about how the American culture is...
Yeah. Then we go to Saddam Hussein or Osama bin Laden giving a lecture on how American society is ruining the world.
Right.
Then we come out. Mark Harris says the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh.
Something like that, or to National Anthem.
I don't know if we could live through it.
Before we get to Scott's anal, we have to pick a man to deliver the goods. Bring out 10 guys. Porno stars, listeners of ours, everyone. Judges decide. We talk to each contestant, and then a man is selected by America. We do another interview with the judges, and while that's going on, we tally the votes. Very rapid vote. Very quick vote. And then we go to the main event.
time for me to
with
be...
Michael Buffer.
Yeah. Let's get ready to get ready. Let's get ready for some hot anal. Let's get ready to get ready. Scott gets behind the curtain. We see his face, camera close-up. We go behind the curtain so we can see that there's actual penetration, and when the penetration begins, we time out 2 minutes. And then I imagine it's just a lot of Scott sweating and
grimacing. And you'll have to start the clock once everything's, in place.
Yes. It'll be amazing. Unreal, huh?
Oh, my goodness. So what did Don say when you finished this pitch?
He said, I don't believe it. It's unbelievable. You sure Scott wants to do this kind of thing? I said, yeah. He goes, the pay-per-view people called me yesterday, wanted to know what we had up our sleeve.
Oh, geez.
So I said, well, why don't you get back to him?
Up our sleeve. Yeah.
Vinny Favali told me he called some of his pay-per-view people, so I don't even know what he found out. What'd you find out?
Here's what I found out. Pretty interesting. First of all, they could do it pretty quickly. They can get you in 11 million homes pretty much on a dime. If you decide you want to do it, they can have it within days.
Did you tell him what the subject was?
I went into great detail. Here's what I found out. First of all, some of their porno channels, the hardcore pay-per-view ones, like $10 for an hour, they show everything except anal. But the genius of the idea is you won't show anal, so they're fine with it, the way you've set it up.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Also, you won't have a problem showing the penis in the context of judging the different penises.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, the guys who... Right.
It's a little out of context. The two things they bring to the table is they get you in 11 million homes, and normally you get a ton of marketing from them. That's what they do for their part of the split. The problem with this is they said they would have to leave all the marketing to you because they have no idea how to market this.
Oh, I see. But can I run a commercial, let's say, on their network?
No, see, well, that's the problem. I mean, you probably would have to have it approved. I mean, because we were trying to figure out how do you sell this thing to really convey what it is. And
Well, I'll go on Letterman and Leno and
that way. But normally they do promos for pay-per-view events within the different cable channels, and they said in this case, but if they didn't market it and left it to you, then that means you can get more money. They wouldn't go 50-50 with you like they normally do.
Yeah.
So that's good for you because then.
What do you mean? They give me a better cut?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh.
I know that's always been the deal breaker, and they would certainly be willing to discuss that because they know that they would do zero marketing. She said they're just giving you the pipeline.
Wow.
Yeah. So
we would get the pipeline, and then Scott would get the pipeline.
Everybody's getting the all I can give you is the pipe. I said, what?
You're going to give me the pipe. So is that pay-per-view, or is that...
It would be pay-per-view. They're in 11 million homes.
Whoa. Is that DirecTV?
It would be DirecTV, correct.
Oh, all right. That's just DirecTV.
But Howard, that's a pretty good cross-section of the entire...
Yeah, but like if my fans in Cleveland want to see Scott get anal... What, is DirecTV on in all the...
Yeah. They're pretty much good penetrate throughout the whole country, every market.
I don't know about that. I've checked into that before. It's like, well...
It's just that how many people have satellite as opposed to cable?
That's right. Like in New York...
There's a lot of people with... Well, you know what you could do? Remember the old Ali Frazier fights where they did it in movie theaters as
Closed circuit.
Simulcast it?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, we could do that, but
DirecTV could sponsor that, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know if people want to go to a movie theater to watch anal.
Right. And what time of the day are we doing that?
Kind of thing you might want to watch in your house. I don't know if you want to be in a movie theater.
But you know what, Howard? You can't wait. You got to do it because if you wait, it'll never happen. 1% of 11 million is still a lot of money, you know?
Well, I don't even know that matches up with our markets. I got to get the other pay-per-view, the ones that people use on cable, and a lot of people don't have satellite, dude.
Yeah, but a lot of people know someone who does. It's like 6 degrees separation. I'm sure you can cover almost your entire audience.
Yeah, but the point is, then you have 50 people watching for one admission fee.
You charge a higher fee because it is a big event. It is a big event.
But people have parties for stuff like this.
Yeah. All right. But all right, so DirecTV has no problem doing it.
She said she would definitely take it to her bosses. It's something that they find very interesting.
Actually, if you were...
Definitely interesting.
If I were...
Conversation on the phone.
Embarrassing.
If you were a guy in the audience, I don't know if I'd be comfortable watching this alone. Might be too creepy.
It's going to be funny.
She wanted, to know exactly how the show would play out because, well, it's 2 minutes of anal, but it's a nice lead up to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's packages.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the whole special would be 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, it's almost as if you know you're going to have a 2-minute fight at the end.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, and Tyson, you know you're going to have a 39-second fight with those bums he fights.
Yeah,
so
that's right. There's no bad fight at the end of this.
They seem to be able to drag that out.
Well,
unless we had
Tyson doesn't really wind up on pay-per-view very often.
That's true. Well, there was a time when Tyson was hot that he did end up on pay-per-view.
Yeah, and they'd have 5 other fights before him. Because
you know what you could do, Howard? Could you sell it to Showtime after the pay-per-view like they do the normal fights? You know, it has one platform on pay-per-view, and then...
Well, I tell you what, I would sell the whole thing to Showtime. That way everyone could get it. And
Showtime could handle the pay-per-view.
Yeah, because Showtime just gives us like $10 million. It'll be no problem.
Right.
And then we'll cover all our costs, including Scott's $250,000 bonanza.
Including the stitches?
Yeah. This is a very big event. I mean, this is going to be one of the highest tune-ins in history.
All everyone was talking about yesterday.
Yeah, it's big. It is big. I mean, as depraved as it is, it's big.
There's a lot of interest.
And you know what's weird? A lot of people do this every day because they're gay. It's not a big deal for certain people, but if you're not gay, wow.
No, yeah, and in our show's universe, this is a big deal. In fact, I'm wondering, like, what happened when Scott went home? Did his son say anything? Or his wife?
What everybody was saying. Is he out of his mind? His son was in school.
Oh, man.
And the bowling team, what about them?
I mean, yeah. Like, even Ronnie said to me, what are you doing?
Yeah, Ronnie was out of his mind over this.
A lot of people couldn't believe Scott's wife gave him permission to do it.
She sounded like she did.
Well, here's Scott. He can tell us what happened. I better not find out, Scott, that you've been getting anal all along. That, like, you're some kind of swinger.
No big deal to you.
Yeah, I mean, are you a swinger?
Oh, yeah.
This guy's got a bit of a weird history. You ever received anal? No.
Never been near a man.
Did you ever give it?
No anal here.
So what happened when you went home? Did your wife, like, say, are you crazy? But she said on the air, there's no problem. Did you
heard what she said.
But did you discuss it with her?
Yeah.
Did she bring it up?
Let me tell you, the money is already spent.
Really?
Yeah, no problem.
On what, junk?
Yeah. No. She had no problem with it.
You know you're humorless? Do you know that? Do you know you have no ability to have a conversation?
She had no problem with it.
I've always said I think anyone could do radio. You can't.
She had no problem with it.
She had no problem with it. And like, what do you say? You go, you really want to talk seriously about this? Or what do you think? Or, I mean, how's it go? At what point does she bring it up? As soon as you walk in the door?
Yeah. She's like, so what's going on? I go, you heard, on the air what happened. Nothing else happened. And, you're okay with it. So we'll go ahead with it.
Is she bored out of her mind living with you?
Absolutely.
I mean, because I'm bored talking to you.
Absolutely.
It's going to be unbelievable. I'm glad you're going to. And maybe for once in your life, you'll have some energy.
No.
Yeah, you know what? I think this gave her something to talk to him about.
Yeah. This is probably the first discussion they've had in months. So, what happened when your son came home? Did you have to explain to him what's going on?
She explained to him.
She talked to your son?
She picked him up from school and explained to him.
Did he know anything about it?
No.
Had he heard?
No.
So she got him in the car.
Right.
And what did she say to him?
She said, I have to talk to you about something your father's going to do. What do you think about it?
So whoa, back up. What your father's going to do. And she explained that you're going to receive anal on pay-per-view.
That's right.
How do you explain that to you?
At first he thought it was a strap-on.
Oh, like from a woman?
Yeah.
Right. But she said, no, it's from a man.
Right.
And then your son said...
And did she explain that it's $250,000 and you guys need the money?
Yes.
But I want to know what the son's reaction was. Did he hear about the money and everything right together, or...
Yeah, he heard about everything.
And what was his reaction?
His reaction was, this is what you do. You do the first 2 minutes, and then every minute beyond that, you ask for another $150,000.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
It's a genius.
You go up to 5 minutes, you get $750,000.
Can't you be an agent?
What we need is 2 minutes, dude. Because I think you're going to be crying.
But then you can bet to see how long I go.
Scott will be there for 3 days.
I can't... Everybody is willing for Scott to do this.
And number two, His band wants to challenge the losers. That's another condition.
Howard.
Yeah.
There's no condition.
We're sitting in there, we're listening to this, and John just goes, Scott's family is the monsters.
How could they all just be willing to give up Scott's butt?
I've been with you for 18 years, and I thought I knew you, and I clearly don't.
No. Nobody knows me.
Nobody wants to know.
What?
You wouldn't back out at the last minute, would you?
Is that a pun?
No, it's not.
Well, hey, that's another thing. Don't waste time. I mean,
Yeah, this is, if we get this all set up, you can't back out.
if you back out, man, there's got to be a penalty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
wouldn't be big enough.
Doing it is just penalty enough.
Scott's family is the monsters, but with no Marilyn.
I can't believe this. This is great. This is...
So,
it boggles
so
the
then
mind.
your wife explained everything to your son.
Right.
And when he came home, did he, like, rush over you? Dad, I heard you're going to make a lot of money? Or
No, he was just like, you know.
What does he say to you?
He was just like, nothing.
Does he say, like, are you gay?
No. No.
Wow. All right, so this is a go.
He said, yeah, of course.
All right, all I got to do is hope that I can get the pay-per-view people to go along with it.
Absolutely.
All right. Wow. Wow.
Still can't believe it.
Can we take out insurance in case Scott regains his sanity and backs out?
Yeah, there's got to be something.
You realize you're going to be on television. The camera will be on your face.
Right.
While you receive anal.
On my face.
From a gay man.
Right.
And we're going to find the largest man in America.
Oh, I do want to auction off my forehead as a billboard. Any sponsor that's willing to pay, you know, for some time.
All right.
You know, 1-800-TRIM spar on my head. How much is that worth?
Yeah, I'm sure they want to be associated with this.
Right, well, you're in that position.
So, you realize, I mean, we're going to see the look of pain on you realize that this is going to be unbelievably painful.
It could be. It could be. Wait.
You don't know what it's going to be. What if he just
2 minutes.
What if he enjoys it?
Yeah, I may enjoy it. You never
what
know.
If you're like, hey, give me another 2 minutes for free.
There you go. Hey, you never know.
Or leave us alone.
It might be fun. I might not want to stop.
You're gay, dude.
Whatever you want to think.
Okay.
That's all.
Any guy who would do this is gay.
I mean, you know. Obviously, I don't do it, you know, in my private life for nothing, but for a chance to...
Make $250,000, you'll do it.
Man,
like you said yesterday, it doesn't come along every day. Who the hell is going to give me that?
He's lucky he never went to prison.
That's right.
By the way, a lot of people don't even know how this all came about. What happened was Casey did a bit where we would bet, would a guy do anal for money?
Mm-hmm.
And we called Gary the retard, Scott,
and Jeff the drunk.
And we all said, no way Jeff the drunk would do it, and he, of course, didn't. And the other shocker was Gary the retard.
We thought he wouldn't.
Where's the Gary the retard call? I'm looking for it. Hey, guys, you got that? You got that case? Yeah, let me have that.
Yeah,
thank you. I was shocked by this.
Casey. Hey, Casey, what's up?
How you doing, my friend?
I'm just waiting for you to try to call me. I hadn't heard from you in a long time. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, no, we're still working on the Vegas thing, but... Gary, I'm calling for a different reason today.
What?
Okay, this might be a strange reason to call, but I figured I'd throw it at you, okay?
Well, go ahead.
All right. There's a guy, we were talking about it in the meeting, and he's offering $250,000 to any member of the Whack Pack that we choose.
Right.
And we figured that you always are looking for money and need some money, so we figured...
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I'm
you need
desperate
money.
for money.
Yeah, so this is $250,000.
Right.
Okay, but the only thing is, what's happened, his name is Michael J. Cox.
Right.
And he's going around, he's writing a book about what it's like to have anal with straight men. Now, we know you're a straight guy.
I'm a straight guy.
I know. So what it's called is 2 minutes of anal.
Right.
What would happen is he would give you anal for 2 minutes.
Anal for 2 minutes?
Yeah, and he'd give you $250,000 for it. Now, you don't have to be on videotape.
For 2 minutes?
Yeah.
With the guy?
Right.
I never done it with the guy before.
I know. That's what he's writing the book about.
Oh.
Well, what happens is, he'll wear a condom.
Right.
So it's up to you. I mean, what do you think you would do?
I never had sex with the guy before.
I'd rather have sex with a woman. You know what I mean?
I know, so that's why he's paying, because he knows you're a straight guy.
Right.
And he offered $250,000.
That much?
Yeah, that's $250,000.
Like I said, I never had sex with a guy before.
Right, we know that. That's why.
Right. Oh, that would be kind of strange. I never had fun with the guy before, you know.
Right, but would you have sex with a man for 2 minutes for $250,000?
I'd try it and see what happens.
So you would do it?
Yeah.
Wow. I was shocked.
I was, too.
It's a sad day.
I'm wondering, has he ever actually had full sex with a woman?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't know, but I just wonder.
He keeps saying, I never had from guys. He's never had from anybody.
There's some weird, retarded debate going on in his head, and I only wish we could get in there. And
yeah, I wish he could verbalize.
But does he think $250,000 is $10 million, or what does he think it is?
Right. Does he think he'll be like a lottery winner with $100 million?
Wayne Siegel, you're on the air.
Hey, Hal. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Why don't you see if you could sell this like in Atlantic City? Where you do like the boxing thing, except you put them behind the scenes in the concert. You know how they have those big screens?
You make it live?
You make it live.
Maybe that would be easier. I wouldn't have to go through pay-per-view, but...
A little concert action.
Like a live
If you
concert.
do it in Atlantic City, you could sell the tickets. I'm sure everybody'd pay $75 a ticket for this.
But I need a stadium like the size of Nassau Coliseum.
You'd probably need a stadium the size of the state of New York.
I mean, I need a big stadium if I'm going to do it, like Giant Stadium.
Well, what about the rest of the world that wants to see this?
Right. But then it would sound like you don't have to go through all that hassle because they would arrange for it.
That's true. You know, then we wouldn't even need pay-per-view.
That's true.
Although, I could make a separate deal with DirecTV and say, well, if you guys want to offer this to your people, DirecTV customers...
Right, you could do that. I'm simply saying, yeah, we shouldn't cut the rest of the country out.
I could videotape it and just sell it as a video afterwards.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's something to be said for being there the moment it happened.
Well, we are going to Vegas. I could probably put it together. I got to just find a stadium that holds 80,000 people. It's got to look like Gladiator.
80,000.
I need 80,000.
It's like the
800,000.
How many people does Detroit Stadium hold? In Detroit, when I used to go to the football games, it looked like there were 80,000 people. The Silverdome.
Pontiac
Silverdome.
Pontiac Silverdome probably holds about 70,000 people.
That's what I'm talking about. 70,000 people.
I think they just built a new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go see games at Pontiac Silverdome with 70,000.
Does Vegas have anything like that? Vegas doesn't even have any teams.
You know, the guys just gave me a note. The Taj Mahal holds 7,000. We're not talking about 7,000 people here.
Right. You're talking 70,000 people.
We need 70,000 seater. There are going to be people flying in from all over the country to see this guy get anal.
Without a doubt.
I mean,
you got to find a place that has a landing strip for planes.
It's going to be the biggest event in Las Vegas history.
This is like the Olympics. People will come from everywhere.
Yeah. Giant Stadium will give you capacity about 77,000. Or if you wanted to have some real fun, we go up to Syracuse. The Carrier Dome holds over 100,000 people.
Is that right?
Really?
Yeah.
But I think Giant Stadium is easier to get to.
I do, too.
You're darn right about that.
So why don't I just rent Giant Stadium for the day?
Stadium. The home that Bruce built.
Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen.
Have that bad organ music.
Now receiving anal. Scott the engineer.
Next up.
We have beer, all concession stand, commemorative T-shirt, everything.
Right, the house that Babe built.
Batter up.
Can I just tell you something?
Why not do it at the Giant Stadium with big giant screens?
I think that's exactly the way to go. If you charge, say you charged...
Is that outdoors?
Yes.
Yeah, but
oh, boy.
That's all right.
Well, we're doing it in the spring.
All right. I'm thinking about right now.
No rain date.
And you're right. If it's raining,
for my butt.
If that's raining, will it stop you at all?
No.
Put on a poncho and watch the sun.
Maybe that'll be.
Funny
And
we
could have tailgate parties and everything going on.
Tailgate parties.
Daddy T.
Daddy D to be done that cheap now, John Stadium. Yeah.
Can I say something? You know who's sort of bummed out about this whole thing?
Who?
Tom.
Why?
He feels we're talking about it too much, and it's funny because
Shut Tom up.
Wait. I said, didn't you think we were going to be talking about it first thing this morning? And he goes, was actually hoping Scott would come to his senses. And, he never imagined Scott's whole family would say, let's get it on.
Tom's insane.
Tom
still doesn't know what radio show he hired over here.
Tom sat in here while we were discussing this the whole time yesterday. If you could add a camera on the look on his face.
Yeah, he just refused to laugh.
Oh, my God.
I think he just wishes it would go away.
Well, I don't care what he wishes.
After it's done.
What he wishes.
Scott looking so proud over there.
I wish he'd go away. Scott, you're finally getting the attention of the world.
Scott's a star.
Maybe we'll do it at Giant Stadium. Let me think.
Yeah,
all right.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Oh, my goodness.
I just don't know if it can be mic'd properly. And,
it can. Oh, yeah.
I mean, doesn't it echo? It'll be like,
Yeah, it'll be like Lou Gehrig's last speech.
Today, I consider myself...
If you want, it's very, very inexpensive. You can broadcast on a low radio frequency and tell everyone to bring their headphones.
Today, I consider myself.
Can we broadcast it on a low radio frequency?
Yeah, that can be done. And you tell everyone to bring headphones. You tune to like 88 and...
Today, I become a fag.
I consider myself the luckiest man in the world.
Today...
I consider myself the sorest engineer.
I think we can do Giant Stadium.
Yeah, what about the post-game wrap-up?
You know who we'll get? You know, I just spoke to you yesterday. We'll get Greg Gumbel to come on down.
That'd be beautiful. He's terrific. Professional.
Dingleberries. He can call anything.
How about Marv? He loves this kind of kinky stuff.
Marv would be the perfect man for the job.
I think Marv's looking to clean up his image.
Yeah, I think that he'll stay away from us, unfortunately.
Wayne Siegel from Legend Porsche Audi Saab. Thank you,
Buying
Wayne.
a sponsorship, aren't you?
Wayne, I hope you...
sponsorship.
Excellent.
I mean, forget the fear factor. This is take it in the brown factor.
Well, actually, Wayne, like any sporting event, we will have banners and things that you can buy.
Absolutely.
As an advertiser.
Rear factor.
No, it'd be like
rear factor.
You'll see like Legend.
It's the queer factor.
Maybe we should let guys like Wayne have a luxury suite, for a better client.
I'll be selling luxury
you want to
suites.
see this from the sky?
I have to get some of the back end. I'm sorry.
You're going to get all of the back end.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Need merchandising.
See you later, guys.
All right, Wayne.
Merchandising. Buy a Scott Getting Banged T-shirt.
Yeah.
Wow. Actually, what we could do with Wayne, a little promotion. We hide the keys to a brand new Porsche in Scott. And then a listener rummages around to find
Try
them.
to find it. It's a treasure hunt.
It starts. Gary Garver, our reporter, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, in Vegas, they have a stadium called Boys Stadium that holds about 35,000 people.
Boys Stadium?
Boys Stadium. See, if we took this on tour, Scott would just take anal in 10 different cities.
$250,000 a pop.
That's right.
Coming to St. Louis.
Hey, Howard, aren't you shocked by how nonchalant Scott is about this?
Let's see him that night.
Yeah, I really don't believe he understands the gravity.
I bet you he vomits.
Scott, you're nuts, man. You're crazy, man.
I'm definitely out of my mind. There's no doubt about it.
You must be on Prozac or something.
Yeah, are you on drugs?
Yeah, have you thought about the reality?
Reality? No.
No, seriously, have you thought about it? You're going to be like there. There's going to be a stadium full of people screaming and yelling. Well, then you're going to receive anal.
There was never a stadium until just 2 minutes ago.
Well, you got to get you the money somehow.
Yeah, somehow we got to come up with the bucks.
Stadium.
You keep making it bigger and bigger.
Well, I got to come up with money for you.
Well, I would think pay-per-view would be enough to come up with the money.
Oh, no.
I'll be great looking.
We'd rather be pay-per-view. Use your brain. What would you rather have, 77,000 people see you or pay-per-view?
Millions.
He's going to put it on pay-per-view anyway, video, if he does it. I mean, what do you think? It's just going to be 77,000 people?
Mike Tyson doesn't worry about where he's fighting. He worries about just the fight.
He worries about the purse.
The purse.
The bigger it gets, the bigger the payoff gets, right?
You'll need a purse.
I'm telling you the purse. You're going to be carrying a purse.
Is he allowed to drink before, or he has to go straight?
Straight.
No.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because I legally could not have you so loaded where you come back and say you were raped.
And didn't have consent.
So you have to be tested to make sure that you're straight.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Straight in every way.
This is a very important thing.
Drug tested.
You have to do this of sound mind.
Because you're insane, I think.
Well, that cancels that out right away.
Whatever mind
Could you imagine going home to your wife and then her saying okay, and then your kids are okay with it?
Your kids are talking about how to up the ante.
Yeah.
And making you do it longer.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, maybe kids are more politically correct nowadays, but if I was your son's friend, I might tease him about this a little.
He said he can handle it.
I even told my 16-year-old about this.
He can kick anybody's ass.
She's like, oh, my God, how's he going to go to school?
He can kick anybody's ass. Not worried about it.
All right.
Okay.
You're nuts, bro.
So you think it's going to happen? You think we can...
Yeah, no, he's ready to go. I think I can get Giant Stadium for this.
Don't tell him what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm not going to be upfront about what we're doing.
Is Don like, no way?
No. He's talking to pay-per-view right now.
Oh, he is going to definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, wouldn't you like to be him explaining this to people?
So was Don on board right away, or did he think you were like doing
I think it was, he was just a little freaked out, and then when he came to his senses, he said, is this something you really want to do? I said, I really do. I really do. I think it's a terrific special. I pay to see Scott receive anal.
Those phone calls are great. Bill, it's Don. Could you take me off speaker?
Is there anybody else in the room?
You're not recording this, are you?
I just figure it's got to be less pain than Casey getting the crap beat out of him for $15,000.
We'll see.
We'll see.
No, I don't think so. What could be more pain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you ever have like a colonoscopy or anything like that? Like
a what, John?
I don't know how to say it right. A colonoscopy? Is that how you say it?
Colonoscopy.
Like philosophy.
Colonoscopy?
So you ever had like a...
No, but I've had a doctor in there.
Yeah, but
He's had a colonoscopy.
With what, his finger?
With his finger?
Yeah.
And that wasn't painful to you?
Dude, this is a guy.
You know, I was brought up like you with rectal thermometers. All the time.
This ain't no rectal thermometer.
No, I know that.
My mother used an indoor-outdoor thermometer.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she used a meat thermometer.
But I'm saying, so when a guy checks you, isn't that painful?
Have you ever felt this?
No.
I'm talking about with a doctor even examines you, and he's being gentle. This is a dude for 2 minutes repeatedly. Although women do take it. Robin took it. If she took it, you can take it.
Why not?
Yeah, but you know what? I was excited.
Right. Yeah, right.
I don't know that he's going to be...
It's a little more natural.
You picture his big...
And it was still not the most comfortable thing in the world.
People do it all the time. I could be uncomfortable for 2 minutes. What's the big deal?
Try the rest of your life.
What's the big deal?
I'm uncomfortable just being here.
And women don't have prostates.
Right.
Man. What if you orgasm?
Things could go.
I don't think there's a chance of that happening.
Oh, we'll see.
Never know.
You realize things can happen, though, Howard. I mean, you know.
Just get on all fours now and see how it feels. I'm just saying, just to get in that position.
See the position, how it feels.
All right, we got to take a break. And let me tell you, it's fabulous news that Scott's ready to go ahead with this.
I'm proud of you.
I'm telling you, Howard, me and John shared a cab yesterday. We were laughing for 10 straight minutes in the back of the cab.
I was laughing. I went to my gym yesterday. I was laughing so hard by myself. Just walking around in the hall. People were looking at me.
I told you, I passed Eli in the hall. I just started laughing because, he's going to be back there working with the guys.
You guys act like it's a big deal.
It is.
Do you understand the reality of what's going on?
You don't think this is a big deal?
No.
You really don't?
No.
Okay.
Every time you meet somebody for the rest of your life.
Which won't be long, so it doesn't really matter.
This is who you are.
You know what, Howard? Yesterday
I have no pride left. I don't really give a crap.
Apparently not. Yesterday, our friend Ross, he's down in Florida, so he called me and he goes, hey, how you doing? Anything happen on the show today? I said, listen, I have a lot of time. Basically, Scott's going to take $250,000 to have anal sex with a man. He's like, what? And I'm like, no, I'm not making that up. He goes, yes, you are. And I'm like, no, he's doing it. But imagine, to somebody who hadn't heard the show, it was shocking.
Oh,
Should have heard my wife. She was like,
mine too.
What the heck?
Everyone's freaked out. All right, so there it is. There's the latest Scott news.
Coming soon to pay-per-view from Howard Stern. Reality television has hit an all-time high. Scott the Engineer, together with his fat, hairy, pimply ass, welcomes a penis for $250,000. Stay tuned for more details.
Excellent.
Get me a beer!
You got to hand it to Artie. I mean, you were keeping up with him, and sometimes you can't even tell who's singing.
There you go.
Good for you, brother.
That's it.
You're happening. He's happening.
Multi-talented.
You're a happening guy. Hey, everyone, good morning. Yeah. What do you say? And welcome to the show. We have a big, big, big show for you today. Robin, you can see over there a new setup for Stump the Buoy. Stacy's coming in. She's going to get naked if she loses, so we've set up a special booth.
So she's got to play naked.
That's right. Crispin Glover's stopping by. The movie Willard getting good reviews in the paper today.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, buddy Greg Fitzsimmons coming by, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Willard.
Yes, Willard.
Love
your
that
boyfriend.
franchise.
Willard's your boyfriend, right?
I loved Willard the first time. I'm sure I'll fall in love again.
I know that you always dreamed of being penetrated by a rat.
No, Willard is not a rat. Willard's the guy.
Ben is the rat.
Ben, and who was the best friend rat, though? Who was the first rat?
Cubby.
No. Cubby.
Brian Johnson.
No.
Audie Lang.
Audie was the first one.
Audie Lang.
Audie.
Benjamin Bronk.
No, wasn't it Socrates?
Socrates, that's right. You win.
Well,
you don't have to take your clothes off.
No, I told you I love that movie. Ben loved Socrates, and I won't tell you the rest.
How would you charge me to see you naked?
$1 billion.
No, you would not.
Oh, absolutely.
You wouldn't show it to me?
$1 billion. You can see it all.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to pay $1 billion. Get realistic, and let's talk price.
There is no realistic. That's the price.
I mean, just in private. You don't have to do it here.
That's the price.
All right.
Because I never want to have to look at your account.
I hear you.
I'd be too embarrassed.
What about just the top?
No. The price is the same.
How much for one boob poking out of your shirt? Hey, Captain Jakes, what's happening, baby?
Hey, good morning, Howard.
Good morning.
Actually, I wanted to make a suggestion in light of what we learned about Jay Leno with his over-endowment yesterday. Why don't we see if we can get him to accommodate Scott the Engineer?
Oh.
See, he won't do it, but we're in the middle of looking for very large men.
Taking applications?
We got some guy we think is going to fit the bill, one of the guys.
All right.
I'll tell you what, Howard, that whole Scott anal thing, that's like everybody's talking about.
I know. Well, I'm putting it together, and...
It's still not real to me. I look at Scott, and I can't believe that he's really going to do this.
Well, I'm being thwarted all over the place.
Really?
I got a message from my agent saying that pay-per-view, there's some problem, but I haven't spoken to him yet.
All right.
Tom Chiusano's working behind my back against it.
To pull it pull it away from
you. Yeah, well, I'm wise to him. I'm wise to what he does behind my back now. I didn't realize he's approaching people in my staff. He yelled at KC the other day. I mean, he just undermines what I do for a living and doesn't consult me on it. And now he can't understand why I think he's such a skunk. But
he yelled at Casey for coming up with the question.
Yeah. He yells at my staff, and it's just embarrassing to me and ridiculous, and he sends secret messages to people like the Godfather, and it's just I'm fed up with him. But
there's nothing wrong with asking any question, Tom.
I have a secret plan of my own that I'm working on about Tom, which I think is going to finally make me the winner. I'm plotting against him. And a massive coup. I've managed to take away a lot of his power with some of the new guys in the company. But I haven't completely stripped him of his powers. I haven't completely emasculated him, because I used to feel bad for him, but now I don't.
Well, if he's going to do that.
He plots behind my back.
These are adults. People can do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Tom.
Oh, yeah.
You can't stop it.
Yeah.
How does he think the bills get paid anyway?
I don't know. I don't know what he thinks. But it's clearly a religious paranoid I have on my hand. And I've had it with him. But on the good news, I'm not giving up.
All right.
I'm looking at the Giant Stadium.
There you go.
Up on the big screen.
Up on the big screen right there.
Well, the Giants have been giving me anal there for years.
Right. How much have you lost on the Giants?
Exactly. Thousands.
But anyway, Jay Leno, yeah, that was quite a revelation, Sandra Bernhard. I thought it was going to be more press on that.
Yeah, there was press in the Philadelphia papers this morning.
There was. At page 6 in the New York Post, they have a little thing about how that Sandra Bernhard talked about before Jay got married. He had a little affair with her, that he handcuffed her, spanked her, and also he's very, very well endowed. Yeah. Which shocked all of us.
Next week, you know?
What?
She'll be on the Tonight Show next week.
She should be.
That's the biggest compliment that you can give anybody.
You know what I did? I got 150 pair of handcuffs. I'm not kidding you. I really did this. And Gary Garver's going to hand them out at the Tonight Show tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Everyone in the audience is going to hold up the handcuffs.
Oh, that would be great.
Isn't that great?
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. So, I did that at least.
The whole audience.
Yeah. I'm supposed to plug the guy who gave us the handcuffs, but I don't have any of that info with me because Gary's late.
No, I'm here. I'll have it in a second.
Oh, okay.
That is a great idea.
I missed Gary this morning because we usually, as soon as I sit down to eat, I hear, Wolf, 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 Wolf. Wolf, 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 Wolf. In case he'll try and say something, Gary will go, I only have time, a little bit of time with Wolf. Hey, Wolf, did you see Survivor?
www.somethingsexy.
Whoa. The guy, you giving the guy a plug. I thought you sent me a note.
That's what it is.
You couldn't think. I thought you couldn't think of the word.
Yeah, we thought you were just mumbling, something
sexy. www.
I got to go look again.
No, you don't know it.
I had it, and then you...
Write it down. Give the guy a plug.
I was good.
All right.
Did you see Survivor last night?
No, I didn't. Wolf, 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 Wolf.
Survivor was great last night.
Robin, don't say anything. I only have limited time. Wolf, 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 Wolf.
You know what? Come on, man.
Oh, come on. We're just kidding.
No, you're not.
We had so much fun this morning because Casey was there, and he told me whatever he had to tell me. And I go, where's Gary? Wolf, 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 Wolf. Everyone was laughing.
At my expense?
Yeah.
Is there any other way?
Wolf, Wolf, Wolf. Is there any other way?
You probably want to have no life. Shut up.
Look at Jax. Jack's getting in the fray.
I like it.
Sucker punch.
Wolf. All right, Wolf. Wolf, 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 Wolf. All right. Hey, thanks, Jenks. Capitan Jenks. Gary, good to see you. Get the plug for the guy. Give him a plug. All right, listen, we got a huge show. And, okay. SomethingSexyPlanet.com. Right. There's the guy. SomethingSexyPlanet.com. Helped us out with the handcuffs for Jay Leno. Gary Garver's going to go over to the Tonight Show and hand out their handcuffs, and they can hold them up in the audience.
Wave them, yeah.
What are you doing, Gary? You going to get Garver on the phone? You don't have to get him on the phone. Why you get him on the phone?
It might be interesting to see, just go over what he's going to do and stuff.
He's going to hand out the handcuffs.
And he's going to interview people, too, I guess.
All right, so what do I got to talk to him for?
I'm trying to drum up some excitement.
Yeah, get out. You're annoying me for some reason. I can't even tell you why. You just annoy me sometimes.
All right, I'll just shut up.
All right. Go. Leave. Quickly. Because then we won't have a problem. If you get out of here, I'll forget about you. Sometimes it's hard to look at him. I don't know why. I'm sure it's hard to look at me sometimes.
You do it like a... You do it like a married couple.
You know, sometimes I just know it's enough, Gary. Leave. You know what I mean? Holy cow, I saw something funny yesterday.
What?
Robin Rudzinski and the E-Crew, and I want to find out who put this together, because it's so funny. We got a special coming up on E! called Howard Stern's Jerk Off, instead of, Jackass.
Oh, okay.
And it looks just like Jackass. It's a parody of Jackass. But it's every moment we've ever had on the show that is whacked out.
Like, give me
give you an example. Ralph and John throwing sneakers at each other, trying to beat each other up, then quickly into Beetlejuice vomiting, into guy walking in and farting on Don King, and I can't even describe it.
Special little moment.
It's so funny. So friggin' funny.
Yeah, how great was that?
Great. I only saw one. It's going to be 2.5 hours?
2.5 hours. We were thinking about maybe doing a 1-hour special to air next Friday. E! will do lots of promotion, and
they should.
You can talk it out.
It's brilliant. Do it next Friday.
Great.
Got to get that on the air. You're going to die. It is so funny.
Yeah.
Ralph was over my house. I said, you got to watch this. We ended up sitting there watching it twice.
Wow.
It was so funny.
It goes by in a minute.
In a minute.
Yeah. Just quick clips, huh?
If you're going to do that next Friday, let me know. I'll promote the hell out of
I
it.
definitely will. And let me tell you also that it was compiled by Mr. Mike Ganji, who shot a lot of the footage.
Wow, he did a good job.
He did a really
You're
good
going to
job.
have to compliment Ganji.
I will. I'll compliment the guy. He did it. Whose idea was it? Mike Ganji's?
I think Mike and I came up with it.
Very good.
Ganji.
I knew he couldn't come up with it on his own. I knew he needed you.
Ganji compiled it, and we had a producer, Marty Bike, who came and put together a lot of...
Who did the editing?
It's our regular editor, Joe Miklashevsky.
Joe Miklashevsky did that?
He did.
He's terrific. Joe Miklashevsky. Ganji and Robin Radzinski.
Wow.
Those are 3 talented people. Take a bow. Wait till you see this.
He can't make a movie.
Maybe he could. Maybe he's got some talent. I don't know. I don't see any evidence, but now I see this show. Maybe he's...
This is the first sign. After how many years?
Right.
He can make a movie if it consists of all quick video cuts.
Yeah. Cecil B. DeFatty actually came through. Well, it's good. I'm telling you. You're going to love it.
I can't wait to see it now.
I'm not even hyped. Hold it.
Oh, boy.
I'm having trouble. I'm not even hyping this. I'm not even hyping. I'm telling you it's good. It is terrific. And you're going to see it next Friday.
Anytime you can sit down and watch something you just watched.
I never watch our own show.
Yeah, that's a sure sign that it's good.
Hey, Barry, what's up?
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Hey, I would never tune in to watch gay sex or pay for it. But what I would do, if Scott's wife is so into this and is encouraging them to take anal in Giant Stadium for $250K, I would tune in if, in fact, she would line up next to
Well, that ain't going to happen.
Why not?
Because she's encouraging him to do it, not her.
Yeah. Who's got money for that?
Why won't they?
Dude, it's a miracle he wants to do this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
And believe me, I'm fighting an upward battle here, uphill battle, because everyone's against the special. And I don't understand why, because you know what? I've seen softcore porn on all these channels, pay-per-view channels, and we're not even talking about that. We're not even talking... Sorry. I'll be right back.
You are listening.
Well, all hell broke loose
to the Howard Stern Show.
Radio's shock jock Howard Stern. Howard Stern.
I love Howard Stern.
I come in here so full of enthusiasm, and then during the commercials, everybody tells me stuff, and I get crazed. Gary was telling me he heard KC got hauled into a meeting yesterday with Tom, where Tom basically says, I don't like that you made those anal phone calls. I mean, I'm praising KC for doing some of his best work ever in the last couple of months.
That was a great bit.
I'm proud of him. And Tom pulls my people in without my knowledge and starts screaming at them that they should know better than to think and use their own head. Because Howard is out of control, and if you feed him stuff, he'll use it.
You're a baby, and he's got to have people around you to control you.
And Tom is busy pulling my people and basically telling them not to do what I'm telling them to do.
You're not a professional. You don't know what you're up to.
It's like having two parents who undermine each other. I got Tom pulling my people into a room and telling them they're doing a horrible job. And then I pull them aside and go, keep going, you're doing great. And I mean, it's just ridiculous. We're completely...
You're saying, be free with your thoughts, tell me everything that comes into your head. And Tom's saying, no, you got to censor yourself.
Yeah, and by the way, I listen to everything before it goes on the air. I'm the one who's responsible.
Right, he should come to you if he has a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
He's beating up on these guys who, he has control of. For no good reason.
Evidently, he yelled and screamed at Casey for a half hour, which does no good, because I just told Casey, ignore everything he just said. And he's a fool.
Well,
don't listen to him.
Imagine you're Casey, and the general manager of the station keeps you in his office for a half hour.
Yeah. And then I have to say bad stuff about Tom to Casey, and I have to tell Casey, listen, the bottom line is this, you don't come up with those ideas, I don't need you. So if Tom's telling you not to think, Tom's a robot, has never thought in his life. don't pay attention to. I mean, this is ridiculous. And even Gary said to me, I should have been in the meeting at least.
Yeah, he should have run it by him. He should never have gone to Casey.
No, he's just a boob.
He's trying to use his intimidation tactics to scare Casey out of doing his job.
Oh, then he was busy with secret messages to people yesterday. Don't ask what's going on around here. Tom's a dick. I mean, I got to do it. You know what? I can't just I've been laying back the last couple of months saying whatever is being done, I don't care. But I got to care. I got to stop this nonsense. I mean, it's just out of control. When Tom gets a bug up his ass, it's like, oh, my God, he's on the warpath and he's going to win.
He's got a cause.
He's got a cause. He's completely irritated. This is so ridiculous. Then he tells people he's his own man, and then when we ask him about changing something, he goes, Mel said we can't change things.
Right.
So I go, well, I thought you're your own man. Why don't you change something? He invokes Mel's name. He's all over the place. He's just out of his league. I got to get in with this Bob Moore. He's the general manager I want to work with. I've worked with the guy on occasion, and I've told this to my agent, and the company's trying to work something out so I don't have to deal with Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because even the company knows Tom's. Why do you think Tom just got passed over for that promotion? They see what's going on.
Forget on the air unless you wanted it. You knew what the question was.
I knew everything.
All that was going to be.
Yeah, yell at me. Come yell at me. Let's have it out. Let's work out the way I can leave here so I can go do some real radio. Let's get it over with. He's completely intimidated by me, so he goes around intimidating my people, and it's just aggravating me more. And then I'm making phone calls to Mel and the other executives who work here, and I'm bad-mouthing them, and it's making them look bad, and they pass him over for a big promotion. Because I don't want to bad-mouth the guy, but he's out of control. What do you do when the guy who you're working with is out of control? What do you do? What do you do? And, he's technically, my boss, but not really. I got nothing to do with the guy. He's just another general manager of one of the stations we're on. He just happens to be in the same building with us.
He's pretty funny because he acts as if he can keep something off the air.
Well, yeah, he can. He can keep it in the stupid button, which he did yesterday, evidently. He went crazy on the button. Stuff that all of a sudden, he's crazed. He doesn't know what to do.
But I'm just saying an idea, like Casey's idea. We have a million ways of getting that on the air without you ever knowing it came from Casey.
Yeah. But what I got to play games for? Come to me and tell me what bothers you, and I'll tell you what I think. And if you disagree, get rid of me. That's all. If I'm so out of control that you can't talk to me, and that you can't come to me about stuff, then get rid of me. Why would you want a maniac on the air?
Yeah, that he is a maniac. You shouldn't be working with him. That's where your moral dilemma is.
Just when Tom argues with me, he never wins because I'm smarter than him. I have too much. But what he does is he has a guy hit a button on me, and it's ridiculous. What are we doing? I want out. This is dumb. Hey, Tom, how you doing? Tom?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
This is our general manager, Tom Chisano.
Right. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, I wonder why he called in.
Why don't you call my staff in behind my back?
I didn't call anybody in behind anybody's back. Gary was standing there when I said, I got to talk to Casey about that phone call. He said, Casey could, talk to Tom. I talked to Casey, and I went into my office, and while Casey was in the office, I decided to make an additional phone call so he could understand a little bit about the problems that I have to deal with, and that was that
But Casey did nothing wrong. His phone call, it wasn't what you're complaining about. You're complaining about what I did with the phone call, and then it set up the whole Scott pay-per-view.
I was complaining about an edit that I thought should have been in the phone call, and then I took advantage of that opportunity so he could learn more about...
Oh, come on. He yelled at Casey for a half hour.
I did not yell. I never raised my voice to Casey.
What are you doing with Casey? Casey made a phone call.
Casey made the phone call.
What do you want him to do?
No, let me finish.
You want him to stop thinking?
I'm intimidated by you.
What?
I'm not intimidated by you.
You are intimidated by me.
I'm not intimidated
Come
by
talk
you
to me before you have a meeting with a staff member where you're going to chew him out.
It's real hard to work with you.
You find it hard to work with me?
No, I said I try real hard to work with you and give you everything you need, but...
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you wanted to give me what I need, you would leave.
Well, you know what? I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye. What I need is for you to go.
But I was just going to say to Tom, it's just very traumatizing for a guy like Casey who.
Yeah, of course.
He feels like he's being pulled in two different directions.
Tom got a hold of Casey twice over this yesterday and started badgering him during the show.
Well, Casey doesn't know. Casey doesn't know what to do.
Casey works for me. I tell Casey what to do.
That's right. And if there's an edit that needed to be made in that, you should be the one to do it.
We had a staff meeting yesterday. I praised Casey in front of the entire staff.
And he was just waiting to be called into another office to be yelled at.
Yeah. I said I want to praise Casey for the bit he did where he asked people would they have anal sex for $250,000. Because that inspired me to set up the whole Scott pay-per-view, and I want to applaud his thinking. So then 2 seconds later, Tom's dragging him into an office, yelling at him, and I'm like, well, how am I supposed to do this?
And the thing is...
I'm telling a guy, you did a good job, I'm proud of you. And then, of course, KC next week is up for review. He's got to go ask Tom for a raise, and I'm going to probably take Tom out of that process. I'm probably going to just have to
It's
go.
certainly not fair to KC at this
It's not. And the guy's doing a good job.
And he comes to me and he's like, Gary, I don't know what to do. Howard tells me to do one thing. Tom tells me not to do it. What do I do? Because Tom's a boss and Howard's a boss.
We have a problem. You know, Tom's wrong. If Tom has a problem with something Casey's doing, he should come to me, and I'll correct Casey. Or I'll correct Casey with Tom. But don't leave me out of the loop. I'm telling the guy to keep going.
And, in fact, he should never talk to Casey just for the reason that Casey has to deal with him about his salary. It should always be through you, and he should never even have any personal contact with Casey.
Well, it just puts Casey in a position where he can never win. If he does what you want.
Yeah, and it's Tom manipulating a young kid, and that's Tom takes advantage of the weak. He doesn't really go up against the strong. He won't. He would be so far up in this company ladder if he could walk into Mel's office once in a while and say, here's what I'm doing. Mel would respect that. But he can't. He bows to whoever's in power, and, you know, and he picks on an intern, practically. I mean, Casey's, well, what is he? He's a guy
glorified intern.
He got right out of college. He's working for me. What is he doing? It's ridiculous. I don't mean to trouble you with business, but it's just crazy around here sometimes. It's really hard to put the show together. You know? And Bob Moore and I click. You know, we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
And it's not like Bob doesn't come to me and go, I don't think this will work. But he just comes to me. And he makes sense.
Yeah.
He's consistent. Like I said to Tom, well, you have trouble when men speak about anal sex, but not when it's a man and a woman. What are you doing?
But it's also that you're telling Casey, you know, I love you for, you know, your juvenile,
sense of
crazy
humor
ideas. And Tom's saying, grow up.
Yeah. He's telling him to grow up. And this job.
Use your job.
Anybody around here grows up, they're out.
But now it's even worse because Casey right now is shell-shocked. He feels even worse because he didn't want this to get on the air.
I know. He came to you in confidence.
And now it's on the air.
And you told me, and
but he doesn't know what to do now, you know?
Yeah.
Well, he feels like he's...
And now Tom will take it out on him, not me.
I'll get a little of it.
Yeah. Now you guys are in for a good reaming. And you don't deserve it. But this is all about me.
Yeah.
Well, I always, like you always said to me, as soon as you stop being creative, you're useless to me.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed
As soon as you become Tom, you're useless to me, because Tom is useless to me. Tom's useless to me. He doesn't do anything to further my career. Yeah, he plans a trip to Vegas, but he makes sure there's plenty of money in it for him. That's, you know, that's all he does.
Yeah, Tom's thinking about him when he does it.
Yeah, he ain't thinking about me, about how to make the show better. That's the way it is. You don't haul in a guy who just did a good job and tell him he sucks. Can't do that to me.
Yeah, I'm sure there was no Casey, that was great butt.
Yeah, I mean, that was great butt you got. That was a great butt bit. You know, if anything, I took it and did something with it.
Yeah.
I'm the out-of-control one. You know, not Casey. I hired Casey because he's dopey and he's a kid. And he's got wacky ideas. And I like that. I like that he's out of control. I don't want a show that's in control. I could do that. I could go host the Letterman show if I want to do that. So, Paul.
You made it outrageous already.
So, Paul, what are we doing over there? I don't know, Howard.
How about another top 10 list?
How you doing today?
Let's do a top 10 list. All right. Top 10 reasons that we, don't like the Iraqis. Number 10, they're bad people. Number 9, they suck. And number 8, Number 7.
Number 6, those crazy burkas.
Number 5. And number 1 reason we don't like the Iraqis, I have shingles.
Yeah, I have shingles. Yeah.
Thank you, Paul.
Shingles.
Play some music, Paul, so I can walk to my desk and no one will see my ass. Because I'm a chick. Oh, man. Now we're going to drop some fruit from the building and see what it looks like when it hits the ground. Then I'm going to interview some lamos.
Are you happy, Tom?
Here's the show. We just dropped a watermelon off the building, off the Ed Sullivan Theater. Look at that. Let's drop another watermelon.
Aren't we outrageous?
Yeah, wait. We're going to now I'm going to glue myself to the wall.
Velcro.
Velcro myself to the wall.
Throw my Velcroed self to the wall.
I'm going to do a Tom-friendly show, a show that Tom can be proud of one day. We'll see how it sounds. Good morning, everybody. I suspect it'll sound something like Rick Dees. I'm going to let Tom write the show one day. He could think of everything we're going to do. See what it is to put together a 4-hour show. He can come up with some ideas, some bits. I'll just do whatever he wants. I want to see what it sounds like.
Yeah, instead of standing in the way, actually write the content.
You know what? I've been wrong. I think Tom might have some sort of ability.
Yeah, he seems to know.
So why don't I just wait for him to tell me what to do? I'll sit here.
Yeah, look to him.
No phone call.
So far, so good.
So far, it's pretty easy getting a big audience. Just think of other stuff to talk about.
Yeah, according to Tom, it'll just be exciting if you say you're going to Las Vegas. Right.
When you tell people you're going to Las Vegas, they're really going to be excited. They love when you go to a different city. Yeah? You really think that?
And what do I do when I get there? Oh, just go.
Do what you did last time. Yeah, but we did that already. People want to hear it again. Why don't you just repeat the show? Why don't you give me the day off?
Just run the tapes.
Well, just think of something new. People say that to me all the time. You're a creative guy. Come up with something new. Oh, okay.
Come up with something different. I don't like that idea.
Yeah.
Well, that's the idea I had.
Yeah, and then when I put an idea on, don't sit there and tell me what's wrong with it. Scott the engineer wants to take anal. He doesn't care if we do it on pay-per-view or if we do it at a big stadium. But even he's getting jerked around now.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's all confused.
Scott's got to be like, what do I have to do to get money?
I mean, he doesn't want to do it, but he needs the money.
I've agreed to take anal.
This is an opportunity for him. Leave him alone. And he is an adult. He signs contracts.
Yeah.
People make him stick to him. He's totally responsible.
Yeah, that's the problem. And you know, in 10 years on Fear Factor, they'll be doing that.
Oh, my goodness.
It's just a matter of time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll have whole shows devoted to this. You'll see.
Here's the stunt.
Here's your stunt. You know, screw Fear Factor. Here's the real stunt. We'll give you $250,000 if you have anal from the biggest guy we can find. Now that's Fear Factor.
Yay! You deserve the money. Fear is not a factor for you.
Yeah. Evidently, I'm going to say at the end of the special, evidently fear is not a factor for you.
Oh, thank you.
Evidently nothing's a factor for you.
People tell me they can't even look at Scott in the halls. They don't know what to do.
I can't believe it when I look at him. I don't even know how to talk to him anymore.
I want to go on the record as saying I will still gladly have a beer with Scott after he takes anal.
Oh,
Me too.
I would not do that. I just, right now, it's surreal to me when I look at him and think of what he's going to be doing.
I'm sexy.
I know. I've actually visualized it, and I want to tell you, it's not pretty.
Yeah, it's just when I'm drinking the beer, I'm going to be laughing and hysterical.
Okay. Hey, Vic.
I stopped looking him in the eye.
I know you said that.
And
why?
Because I feel ashamed for him. I won't treat him any differently. Like, I'm not I'm the homophobe. It's like, hey, it's your own thing, and I understand. I almost feel bad that he's put in this position to provide for his family. But I'm ashamed for him.
I got to put food on the table somehow.
I looked at him today. He's wearing a Nike sweatshirt. I'm like, I wonder if Nike was.
Just do it.
The other thing,
just go for it.
The other thing that really creeped me out was yesterday's conversation when, his son said that he should get extra money for every minute he goes longer.
Yeah. Son might have some anger there.
Let's see, if I go for 2 hours, I could be Bill Gates.
That's right. He could stay right there and become a billionaire.
I had to make such an uncomfortable phone call yesterday.
Yeah, who did you call?
I called Paul Fishbein.
Yeah.
I said, listen, we've been friends for a long time, so I'm just going to get straight to the point. I said, I need a gay porn star with a really large apparatus who's willing to pull his pants down here. And he's like, what? And then I explained it to him, and he was shocked also that Scott was doing it.
Who was the guy Cabby said would be perfect for the job?
Something Steele.
Lexington Steele. He's this black porn star who Cabby says is like...
Only Cabby would know.
It makes Jay Leno look small.
Yeah, Cabby was in the back throwing names around like, I can get somebody for you.
I said, hey, Cabby, what about you?
Yeah, Cabby would do it, wouldn't he?
Cabby goes, I'm 8 inches. I go, that's hardly enough.
No, it's got to be over a foot.
Yeah.
Well, Paul's explaining to me that most of your well-hung porn stars live on the West Coast, so you have to bring someone in.
We'll fly him in.
Or we could have Ron Jeremy on Monday.
Ron Jeremy would do it?
Would he do it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's ask him.
Okay.
I mean, I could see a whole show of just talking to guys.
He fits the bill because you said you wanted somebody really large who looks like Hyper
Hey, Howard, someone called it with a theory. You think Scott is dying, and this is like his last way to make it?
If he was dying, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't care.
He's not dying any more than he was the day before.
The problem is he isn't dying.
Then here's the other question. Do you think, isn't it hard?
Here's the theory I had. That Scott was a swinger and that he's been doing this all along because it's the only way a guy would do it. But I talked to him. He says, I swear to you, I've never in my life done anything like this.
He's just a little too anxious for someone who's never done it.
Or nonchalant. He just seems to be, like, okay with it.
But he's a guy who doesn't show emotion.
But Howard, here's the other question.
Boiling cauldron.
If he's going to do this now, so he's going to get $250,000. His wife already spent it. Would you do it if your wife is going to spend your money?
I don't think she's going to spend it all.
Oh, he says she's already got it all spent.
Well, don't listen to
Probably
him.
putting some in savings, and he's not going to actually...
No.
Yeah, we have to plan for my retirement.
We talked about it yesterday. I know where the money's going.
Yeah, so do I.
They're going to fix up the house a little bit, maybe an extension, but not much. Maybe get a car, but most importantly, Scott's son is 2 years away from college.
Yeah.
So he's doing it for his son's college.
Yeah.
Son, I need to talk to you.
Oh, if his son, can you imagine the arguments when he says, do you know what I did for you?
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
The first D that kid gets.
Kid gets like a D average.
Do you know what I did for this college money? How could you disgrace me? How dare you?
I just realized by talking about Tom, he's going to want to call me into a meeting today, and I don't have the time. And I don't want to meet with him. He's going to have to meet with my agent. This is getting out of control.
I have to tell you that the cat and mouse game that's developed between you two is so much fun to watch.
He just trails me. After the show, I can't talk, and he gets me at a disadvantage. He asks me questions, and I just want to go back to my office and rest after the show. I'm not feeling all that well, and he gets a hold of me, and it's like, you know what, dude? Talk for 5 hours straight, and then sit and talk to you. I don't want to do it.
But the part that's interesting is you trying to leave after you meditate and him trying to get you. You're
in the hall.
You run out the door. He goes down another way.
Yeah, I mean, I have to hide from this guy.
It's like a shell game.
Yeah. I mean, it's like he's hounding me. He's stalking me. Leave me alone. Why me?
And I always feel bad for him. He goes, did Howard leave? And I go, yeah. And he just goes,
let me alone.
Shoulders just hunch.
Is Tom mad at Scott?
He's mad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, he thinks Scott's doing this to him. He thinks it's about him and Scott. He's completely insane. I'm telling you what I'm dealing with. Scott's got no life. He's easy to pick on.
Well, if Scott knows he's irritating Tom, then Scott's going to enjoy this.
No, he's not. He's not comfortable.
Wrong opinion.
That's the wrong opinion. Scott likes Tom. Believe it or not, I talked to Scott many a time about this. He goes, I don't know. I don't think the guy likes me.
I said this a million times. Tom is the greatest guy in the world if you didn't have to get a raise from him.
Right. Well, or if you didn't have to work with him. He's a great guy. I got nothing personally against Tom. I think he's odd. I mean, any guy who makes a pact with God that he can't masturbate, I mean, that's insanity. You're dealing with somebody insane.
Really, any other pact you could make, except that.
Yeah, I mean, why do you make a pact? Why make a pact? What if you feel like doing it?
Just say, look, I won't have any more apples or something.
So what is God going to do for you now that you're not doing it?
So any guy who would make that kind of deal with God, he's making decisions over my people and my show. And, I mean, right away he should be fired for that. He's unqualified. He's got too much of a personal agenda wrapped up in all of this. This is a business. I got to have a guy who's, gets it. Who's on board.
It's not personal, it's business.
Yeah, you got to get it.
I understand Scott's taking anal. I really don't know
God,
what you're doing.
This is Tom. I know you cured my cancer, and I agreed to stop pleasuring myself. But now I come to you, God, with a whole other set of issues. Yes, Tom. One of my employees wants to receive anal for $250,000. Oh, my God, Tom. This is terrible. I know, God. I know that your son, Jesus, would never do something like this. Yes, Tom. Meanwhile, God, after Tom stops praying, he's like, do you believe this schmuck? Tomorrow I'm going to tell him to give up water.
I don't know. Is that another prayer from Tom?
Because the one good thing you can do is touch yourself, and this stupid idiot isn't doing it. He's going to waste that.
I helped him once, now he won't leave me alone.
I'm going to go tell him he has to give up water. Tom, yes, Your Holiness. I need you to give up water. Of course, God. Stop masturbating. I've done that already. And I want you to get facial surgery like Bruce Jenner's. Okay. It gives him weird things to do. I want you to go harass KC for a half hour tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, God.
God, think of some other errands for Tom.
And I want you to hop on one foot. Okay. For how long? Forever.
God's like, listen, Tom, I'm still laughing over this. Even the Pope masturbates. I don't care what you hear. I guarantee he does.
Yeah, but would Tom, does Tom think God set him here to take care of KC? That's what God is worried about in this stupid world? Right?
Yeah, I want you to take care of KC.
Wouldn't take care of Iraq. Take care of KC.
Right.
Get him straightened out.
But Scott's ready to do it. I've talked to him several times. I said, is this something you want to do? He goes, yeah, I want to do it.
He's proud.
He seems unfazed by the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, he says, I don't want to do it, but I'll do it for the money.
But, I thought he'd be walking around, sort of like, he's holding his head high.
Yeah. Fine with all
He's
that.
going to take it like a man.
He wants $250,000.
It's not life-changing money,
It is for Scott.
What are you talking about? For you, maybe, Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Two Houses.
No, but Artie and I were talking about it. It's not like it's like $1 million or $2 that you're going to, really change your life. He's just going to blow this and...
Why do you say he's going to blow it?
Because he's just going to build an extension on his house and add some furniture. Would you do that? I mean, was that worth what he's going to do for it?
If you think about it...
The pleasure he gets, though, from that house?
Yeah.
He should probably build a smoking extension.
That's what it'll be, someplace to smoke.
Somewhere where I can smoke outside of the house but still be encased.
In front of the addition, you should have a plaque of his ass.
Hey, Scott, come on in here. I want to know what you're going to do with the money.
Because he's going to have no say over the money, Howard. That's the thing I would tell my wife, this money is in my...
Darling, if you let me do this, the money is yours.
If you let me do this.
We're talking about $250,000.
There he is.
Smoke, smoke. When you smell smoke, you know he must be near. Scrappy engineer.
Now I know why you smoke. So what are you doing with the money? I'm hearing house extension, car, and son's college money.
Well, mostly the college money and...
Furniture.
Maybe furniture. A chair would be nice.
Right.
You're going to need a chair.
Hey.
A soft chair.
Soft chair.
What about a hammock?
And a jacuzzi so I can soak.
No, really, what are you going to do with the money? Are you going to build an extension?
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe,
right.
Maybe
A smoking extension?
Yeah. No,
seriously?
There won't be any smoking.
Right. So
it's going to buy a
It's going away. But,
no, you're going to increase your smoking after.
Have the last couple of days.
Yeah, we're looking for guys. We were talking about this guy, Lexington Steele. I don't know if he goes gay, but if he does, he's the man. From what Cabby says, the guy's ridiculous monster.
I cannot wait to see this.
Of course.
I wish
John is one person that enjoys other people's
pain.
You know, he just loves pain.
Look at that. We're all going to enjoy this. See your face
I'm going to enjoy it, too.
Oh. Do you think you can do this without, like crying or making a noise?
Or are we going to have to put a bucket under you? Or are you going to throw up? What are you going to do?
He's going to be screaming. You know?
How do I know?
I don't know if you care, but Lexington Steele is a black guy. Does that make a difference to you?
No.
That'd be funny if it did.
Some people are racist.
You know, Scott, it could ruin your porn career.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about it in that way.
That's true, because once you go black, evidently your price goes down.
Yeah. I better think about that.
You're going to immediately go to the top of the Klan's hit list. It's a black guy, you're gay.
You got to hear Cabby talking about, Lexington Steele. He's like, oh, you got to get a hold of this guy. Dude. It's like a big conversation going on. And Scott's standing there with us.
He was all excited, Cabby. He was like, I can get you the best guy.
Over in the green room, Stuttering John's friend sent up all this food. Who is that guy?
His name is Frank from Aiello. It's in Manhattan. It's an Italian place.
Oh, the place you took me to.
No, this is like a pizza place. But
so they had some good food over in the green room. We're all sitting there, in the kitchen area. Everyone's, chowing down. Me, Casey, Artie, of course.
Of course, if there's food, there's Artie.
Scott was in there. Everyone. Steve, the engineer, was in there. Everyone was in there. Well, all of a sudden, it was like a little party.
Yeah.
This was after the show yesterday, after I avoided Tom in the hall. And then Cabby's like, hey, you know who you got to get? Lexington Steele. This guy's just standing there.
He's really trying to help Scott out.
Yeah, what a guy.
I go, Cabby, what about you? He goes, well, I'm 8 inches.
So he didn't say no.
No, he swore off gay sex.
He says he's swearing off gay sex because he's engaged or something.
He said, look, I experimented in high school. But he was saying it as if all of us were going to go, yeah, we all did that.
Yeah, everybody did that.
Oh, no big deal.
But we were all, he goes, look, we all experimented, right? And there's dead silence. Everyone's looking away, looking at their feet.
It was an unusual conversation.
Anyway, I got the perfect guy to bang Scott.
So, back to the money. I just like to put most of it in the bank. I mean, you just have it.
What's funny about you is you have this blank expression on your face when we talk about this.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you going to do, I guess?
Yeah. That was my answer.
That's what's most funny about it.
How do you envision this going down? I mean, we're going to pick the guy that night. And then, do you think you're going to try and prep yourself, before the event, to try it? Not with a guy, but maybe with, something, some object?
Yes.
You are going to try it?
Oh, no.
He's got to.
Yeah.
Wait, we got to get video of that, too.
No.
It's training.
It's extra money in that.
It's another $100,000 for that.
Yeah.
What are you going to use, like a apparatus?
I guess an adult toy might help.
Right.
But you're going to probably...
He's going to take it more than once.
Graduate. I mean, he's got to work his way up.
Yeah,
in a weird way, that's logical, because you don't want it to be... I mean, the first time is...
It's sort of like spring training.
We should cancel the event the day of.
After Scott's done all his training.
What do you mean they're not going through with it?
What are you talking about? I gotta build up the muscles, don't I?
Kidding?
Or knock them down.
Well, whatever.
I'll start with a birthday candle.
Scott, we can't do it.
Scott
got
called off.
Me?
What are you, crazy? Have you ever played back there at all?
No.
Nothing.
No. Only, when I was a kid with a rectal thermometer.
Right.
Well, rectal thermometer is nothing.
Yeah, right.
How's the guy going to get aroused?
It's getting hot in here.
I couldn't even handle a rectal thermometer. I used to freak at that. I mean, do you realize what we're talking about here?
Oh, I realize it, yeah.
Well, whatever you work up to, make sure it's big and black.
And let your son apply it. Make him work for college.
See, I have a telephone that's big and black.
Oh, Lexington Steele.
What's going to be your reason?
Honey, where's the cucumber? I'm up to the cucumber.
Do you think his wife will help him train?
Are you going to train by yourself, or are you going to ask your wife to help
My
you?
coach.
I'll have to think about that one.
Yeah.
She's my Bobby Knight.
Because she can be there that night. She go, come on, honey, you know how to do it. We've practiced.
You can take
But
it.
it's very different. There's cameras and people, and there's a human being attached.
I have feelings.
First thing I have to do is
And
go...
when you get nervous, don't you sort of clinch up?
Oh, I know I do.
Look how calm he is.
To work out with Richard Simmons.
I got to go buy stock in KY first.
Yeah. You're going to need it.
Need a little of that.
Yeah, I think you're going to need some help.
Hey, Howard, so what are you going to, like, choose for, the guy? Like, what's going to be your criteria?
The biggest guy? A guy who, is obviously into some gay sex. I don't want him to,
We need
a
somebody
guy
who can
perform. We're going to need a backup guy in case the guy's done in 10 seconds, because we need 2 minutes. Because Scott's so hot.
Yeah.
Scott might turn the guy on so much.
Yeah, you think the guy's going to have to think of chicks, not to...
See, I knew he's going to have a
He's
lot of
got to go
rules.
2 minutes.
Yeah, it's got to be 2 minutes, Scott.
2 minutes is what we're paying for. We got to have a special here.
Suppose he says...
Did you just see the look on his face?
I told you I go up to 5.
No, 2 minutes. All we need is 2.
Oh, God.
Scott, you're crazy.
Yes.
Go up to
I am
5.
crazy. What do you think would be... I don't know if I can't say this, but...
I'm just going to we're going to line up a whole bunch of guys, I guess porno guys. And maybe some gay
We
listeners.
have performers. We can't have people who are going to choke.
Like Gay Ramon and stuff.
But is it cruel for us to pick the biggest guy?
Of course.
Yeah. Of course it is.
That's how you earn the money.
Well, yeah, I mean, we want to make it difficult.
Well, that's what I'm afraid if you say the audience might just feel bad for Scott and choose, someone that isn't.
There's not going to be anyone there. This audience, you're talking about my audience is going to feel bad for Scott?
Right.
Good. Maybe get some celebrities, like maybe like Andy Dick or somebody. What?
Gay Ramon leaves me a voicemail every night begging me to do Scott. Just
really? Well, he could be one of the 10.
Do you want to practice with him, Scott?
Oh, jeez. I don't think he actually
He'll be my
wants to
sparring
practice.
No, there's no practice here. There's no live practice.
How are you going to practice? You going to include your wife in the practice?
I don't know. I really didn't think about it.
I think you're going to need some help.
I think you should have a guy help you. Because you got to get used to that whole concept.
No.
Yeah, you got to build up to that. What do you mean, no?
No.
You're not going to have a guy help you?
No.
You're not going to try it once to see if it works?
No, I said not with a guy, though.
Well, have a guy... No, I mean, have a guy at least use his toy on you. A toy.
Why does it have to be a guy?
So you get used to the sound of, like, a man behind you.
Grunting.
I think you should leave that for the special. I'd like to see your reaction.
I think I'd have to, build up in some way.
Do you know how freaked out John and I are about this whole thing? I sat down, John had his hand up here, we touched hands and we just freaked.
I mean, are you as shocked as I am?
Beyond belief.
I've known Scott for 15 years. I'm shocked.
I'm shocked, too.
It's not like I have to kiss the guy.
Yeah. Let's not make it personal.
I'll throw in a personal grade if you at least tongue kiss him for like 20 seconds.
How much, a G?
Yeah.
It's going to take more than that. What do you mean it ain't happening? It happened for the right price.
Would you
throw in a little bit, Howard, of your own just to see him tongue kiss
I'll give you 5 G's to tongue kiss.
All right, that's $6,000. Come on.
I'm not doing that.
Go all the way.
Would you tongue kiss
Might
a guy
as well.
for $250 grand? That was what the deal was?
Tongue kiss a guy
For $250 grand? That he's got to think about.
Yeah, I do have to think about that.
Of course you would.
No, he said he's got to think about it.
Don't think about it. Tell us your price.
Oh, I don't...
Come on, Scott.
He would tongue kiss the guy for an extra $50,000, and I know.
Oh, I know that. But do you think that's...
If I throw an extra $50,000...
No, I don't.
No, all right, off the table.
That's a Lexus.
Wait a second. How
It's just so different.
50,000 is a Lexus.
How much to give? How much to give the guy oral?
Oh!
Whoa! No.
How does this make sense? He wouldn't tongue kiss the guy?
Do you think it's because Scott doesn't have to look at the guy? That he's in his mind?
Well, we got to have a monitor right in front of us.
Well, yeah,
you're going to see the guy. You're going to get to know the guy.
Yeah, we're going to make sure you see your friend.
How many dates do I get to go out before...
No, come on. This is going to be something else.
DePace and I were having a discussion, Howard. If you're in prison and you had no choice, and it was either get taken from behind or you had to give the guy oral pleasure, that was your choice. You had no choice. What would you do?
I'd be killed.
But I said the same.
I'd rather be killed.
But you had no choice.
But you're going to live, so what are you going to do?
I don't want to live. Not with that choice.
You are going to live. You might kill yourself afterwards.
I can't. All right.
What are you going to do?
You know, I'm not doing anything.
No,
I'm laying there.
Yeah,
there's no right answer.
I'd say kill me.
I'd fall on the ground.
I'd hit the guy with a rake.
Yeah.
I'd fight till the death.
But fall on the ground and
I don't even know. I don't get this.
They're holding you down.
Well, then I got no choice.
Something, so you're going to take it, right?
No.
Like Scott.
No, I'm not. No.
One of those things is coming. One of those things is coming. So you have no choice. So they're either going to pick it or you're going to choose it.
I just can't answer this question.
I can't either.
I don't know how Scott answered it, but I can't.
A penis is coming at you. You have to turn one way.
Which way are you turning?
Howard, I'm not a rich guy. I would never do this for $2 million. This is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
He made his choice.
He's not you, John.
He's not you.
I think John does have a price.
See, but you've gotten paydays of $100,000.
Yeah,
right.
And
He got a big payday for his push-ups.
10 grand. We're talking about, this is $250,000. Andy, hi, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, Howard? I got to ask you a question. Are you going to have, like, doctors on staff or something?
Yeah.
Yes, we will have a doctor on staff.
He's probably going to need stitches right after that, something like that.
What happens if Scott passes out in the middle?
No money.
No, the guy keeps
as long
going.
as the guy has to keep going.
Well, Howard, one other question.
What the hell?
Are you going to have a good time in there? Because he's going to pull that clap where it was a minute and a half. He's going to stand up and say it's over. No deal, you know what I mean?
No, there's going to be judges and everything.
There'll
this
be
is very
an official
professional.
clock and official
I got a question.
Okay, Harvey Firestein to sit right there and tell
Harvey Firestein's our judge.
Hey, Howard, suppose after the first 10 seconds he goes, no, that's it.
He doesn't.
I lose the money.
He loses the money. He knows what he has to do.
I believe that Scott's... You
freaking idiot!
What do you got?
Move your goddamn car over, you stupid jerk!
Who is that? Andy.
Whoa, yeah, Howard.
What happened?
I'm driving a truck here.
What'd the guy do?
He cut me off.
What are you going to do about it?
If I get up the way, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, he's driving his truck on the cell phone.
I know, right?
I'm sorry, Howard. I shouldn't have freaked out like that.
Hang on, Howard. I got to finish my beer.
Oh, my God. God forbid you cut off a truck driver. You're dead. You're dead meat.
They'll follow you.
Yeah, they kill you.
It's a tough job, Howard. Tough
I know
job.
it is. I know. All right, brother. Listen, you better go take some more speed.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah. Those guys are all jacked up, those truck drivers. Stay away.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Crystal meth.
That was hilarious. Whoa! What are you doing, you stupid jerk? I'll kill you!
I told you not to use the goddamn tape. Scott, did I say don't use the tape? Get out of my way. I told you. Get out of my way. I would have never let you come if I knew you were going to use the tape. No f***ing way, Ganji. Now stay out of my face.
Scott, I told you.
Get out of my face.
You have such anger.
Ganji cut me off.
Get the camera out of here.
Scott,
out of here! Now! Come on!
Turn it off.
Get out!
Have you ever been that angry?
I think no.
I've never been that angry.
That's a creatine-induced
Yeah, I don't know.
rage.
I took out a piece of my wall when Scott Einziger took my show, but other than that...
Hey, I saw that show. What? Oh, so bad. It was on last night?
It's horrible.
Oof. Bad.
Don't get me started, dude. I'll give you any. I'll hurt you. Yeah, you'll get it for free.
Yeah.
What?
I was going to tell you the story that cured me from my road rage, because I used to get involved in this crap all the time, because I drive a lot. So I was driving home one day, and this guy started tailgating me, really close. And he's putting on his brights and everything. So I let him get in front of me, and then I start tailgating him, putting on my brights and everything. We were on the highway. We must be doing about 80 miles an hour. The guy slams on his brakes.
Ooh.
So I had to slam on my brakes. The back of my car's fishtailing all over the highway. I go, this guy's going to let me smash into him just to be right.
Yeah, you're crazy.
So after that, I just stopped.
Yeah. I mean, you just got to let it go.
I've almost gotten out a couple times, and then I realized I got kids and stuff.
That's crazy.
I know.
Dominic.
You know, all the wild things that have happened over the 20 years, this is the only thing that travels with you all day.
Yes.
You think about it. People talk to you about it, and they say to you, is he going to do it? Now, I want to know is when Scott walks around and people talk to him, what does he say?
Yeah, I'm wondering if his friends have talked to him about this. The bowling league has said anything.
Let me tell you something. I had to have a heart-to-heart with Scott about it yesterday. And without going into the details of the conversation, it was uncomfortable even just talking. Because I said, Scott, let's talk off the air here. Are you ready to go do this thing? Because I don't want to waste time trying to get this together. And he goes, I'm prepared.
bad.
That was a long conversation,
That's
though.
like asking somebody to go on a suicide mission.
I mean, it was well, it's like being the Al-Qaeda network and you're planning the World Trade Center.
You were gone for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, we were in there for some time. Yeah.
Was it like a heart-to-heart?
It was uncomfortable.
Oh, my goodness. And you had to explain that. You know what you're letting yourself in for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we need to do. And
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. But he had to keep, like, he was like, you know, it's not something I want to do, but I have to do. And I know. I go, do you want to do this? Well, I don't want to do it. I go, no, I mean, I know you know. I wish there was another. He was trying to come up with some other way he can make 250. I go, Scott, I don't have another way.
You know, I
Scotty,
could...
are you feeling all right physically?
Yes, I feel fine.
Because you made a comment yesterday like, well, I have to do this because this is how I can leave something. And I wonder what you meant.
Well, he smokes. How much longer has he got to live? That's what I meant. It's a miracle.
Unfortunately, now Scott's going to live.
I'm afraid for the guy who gives him his treat, because you can't catch the lung cancer that way, can you?
Well, one last thought. You know, you're going to actually pick the guy, Howard, that does it?
America chooses. America will pick.
We'll just have the finalists.
We'll just have the finalists.
How about all of them be transsexuals, you know, dressed as women, and then they show their, you know what, and then you pick.
What is your thing? You always want men in women's clothing.
That's Dominic's thing. He loves when men are dressed up as women.
Stop it.
He does.
He's always talking about getting men.
What if one of the men wears pretty shoes and stockings, fishnets, and... Donald Trump and the Merry Widow.
All right, thank you, Dominic.
Hey, Howard, is your bet that Scott's going to go the distance?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He might pass out.
I think.
No, I think he's out in like 45 seconds.
You do? You think he'll tap out?
I think he just won't be able to.
Why take action on that? At 45 seconds, you got to go.
I think he might tap out. I don't think he's realizing what's going to go on there.
I don't think he does. Because think of the guys we're going to pay.
Oh, man.
Oh, stop it, John.
We're talking about Lexington Steele we're going to try and get.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a picture of him? Hey, look him up on the internet, guys. Lexington Steele.
See who Scott's going to get?
We should be able to get a picture.
John, I'll go 500 with you that Scott does it.
The whole 2 minutes?
The whole 2 minutes.
I'll go 100 with you.
All right, 100. I'm betting on Scott.
All right, I say he at least...
I lose.
Wait, but suppose he stops the first minute, then goes back.
He took Scott. He's tapping out.
I'm saying that he's at least going to have to stop.
If Scott gets the money, I get the money. That's whatever the judges say.
So you don't want to bet. See, I'm saying that he's at least going to have to stop and turn away.
No, if I'm saying he gets the money.
I just do it.
All right.
I didn't do the pain just to make sure he loses.
Artie's saying Scott's going to go the full 2 minutes.
All right, $100.
Okay. I'm trying to support the guy. He's got a tough day.
I'll bet on Scott.
You think he's going to go? Wait, take a look at Lexington Steele. Anybody got a picture of him yet? What did they say? 13 inches? Let me find something that's 13 inches.
I didn't talk to Kathy. I don't know.
Do we have a ruler out there?
I'll tell you what's 13 inches. Hold on a second.
Oh, please, put that back. That's not 13 inches.
No, Howard, from my fingertip to my elbow is about 13 inches.
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm saying.
Where's
They're
Lexington?
about to bring up Lexington.
Oh, there's Lexington Steele.
Oh,
What? Oh, here's a ruler. All right.
Oh, my.
All right. There's Lexington Steele. Look at this guy.
All I have to say is...
Ow!
All right, you see this ruler?
Oh, my.
This is 12 inches.
He's one more than
So,
that.
hold on.
One more inch than that.
Wait a second. Let me measure this out for you to give you an idea.
Another inch. I don't think another inch is going to matter.
You see my megaphone?
Well, that's not going
Well, wait. You see my megaphone?
Yeah.
That's 9.5. Right there.
Yeah, but...
Whatever, that's 9.5.
Okay.
All right, hold on, wait. Let me show you something. Yeah, I'll give you another comparison. All right, see this tissue box?
Yes.
Hold on. That's 10. All right? Let's see, Steele's 13. All right? It's going to what?
It's going to be a long night.
All right, let me find
a long
something.
2 minutes.
Robin, let me see if I can find something. Here, wait. Okay. All right, you see this loose leaf binder? See it?
Yeah.
That's only 11.5.
Yeah. And it's blue.
Yeah. It's not black. It's blue.
Anybody got any paper towels? Because I'd like to know how long a roll of paper towels is.
Paper towels? All right, you see this? What is this?
Oh,
wait a minute. Give me something else.
Oh, my God.
All right, you see this bottle?
Wait a minute.
See this bottle? Okay. This here is 11 inches. The top included. Okay? Let me see that. All right, you see this microphone?
Looks about 10.
All right. Here. This microphone, this is 11 and a half.
Yeah, practice with that.
Okay. And there's a picture of Lexington Steel.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy.
All right, you see this jar, Robin? This vase? I can't even find anything. This is only 9 inches. Wow. This doesn't even come into the picture. All right. You see this bottle of... All right, you see this award I received?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Outstanding radio personality.
Oh, my.
This is 11 and a half inches.
Is everything 11 and a half?
There's nothing in the room as big.
Just understand that.
Oh, no.
All right, you see this Poland Spring bottle? This is Poland Spring. This is a liter and a half.
Yeah.
This is 13. This is almost 13 inches.
Wow.
There's your practice.
So there's what we're talking about. Let Scott hold that.
Oh, I have something Scott can practice with.
What is that?
The guys from Queer as Folk left me this.
Oh,
wait a minute.
That's a doorstop compared to what Scott needs.
But that could get him started.
Yeah.
Opening the area.
You know what? I'll bring some guys in next week so you can take a look.
Thank you.
All right.
I mean, you can measure the circumference of that and see how Scott can do.
All right, you know what, Robin? We got to take a break. Scott, good luck in your mission. I'm still trying to put it together. You know that.
I know.
I've talked to you about it. And we'll take a break. We'll be back right after these words.